Alrighty, guys. Good evening. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening so far / morning. On later than normal here. I had some stuff going on earlier tonight. As is always the case, still had stuff going on, but decided to start streaming instead of trying to take care of more things. So here we are. Good evening. Good. Evening, Consign. Hope you're having a wonderful evening too. Oh my god, yeah. Hi, good evening, guys. We covered the 7800 X3D last night, guys. It was pretty good. I suspect it will be a very good recommendation, especially with an A620. If there's a really nice low-end motherboards, A620 motherboards, I suspect it's going to be a very good recommendation over even the 13000 series or obviously the high-end 7900 series. So 7900, 7950 X3D. No point in buying those with 7800 X3D unless you have the money to burn on them or you have a special use case scenario. Generally not thing you have to worry about. So I have a 7950 X3D and have some teething issues with it. I'm going to be swapping to my motherboard because I've been running into weird issues like consistency. Like last night I was doing 2 days ago I was doing really fucking well. And then last night we were playing games, and then it's like one round I was doing well, and then my computer hiccuped, and then all of a sudden I wasn't doing well at all. So I don't know what that means. I think it might have something to do with my USB ports, or maybe my mouse. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, because sometimes I'll change around my mouse stuff, and it makes it better, and it doesn't even seem as though like what I'm changing matters that much. I don't know. What do we got going on tonight, guys? On the tube? Achilles tendonitis. I don't have Achilles tendonitis. I have insertional Achilles tendonitis. YouTube, you were wrong. It recommended me the wrong video. Insertional Achilles tendonitis is right there at the bone, the base, where it inserts, as it implies. Is there a new Maze Runner? Is there actually a new one coming out? No, Scorched Trials is old. Yeah. No, we aren't taking a look at that. Some of the movies he does pitch meetings on, I don't know why he does really old stuff. I guess it's whatever kind of passes his fancy. I don't know if this is a rerun. But like the old stuff, not really interested on it because it's not really relevant right now. Probably knows that too. It could just be an inspiration thing. Season 4 trailer. Oh, there's also patch notes we're going to take a look at here too for Overwatch. Oh my god, loud music. Ah, femboy. Uh-huh. What the kids want, so.
Ready? I am.
Maywall. Before Symmetra was actually trying to do stuff and he just like ripped her away.
The lone rose gets plucked.
Chaos be upon you. I'll protect your friends.
DMCA? Actually, Pinocchio I don't think is particularly Disney.
No one escapes gravity. The universe is magnificent, isn't it? And so the stars align.
Your time is up.
You picked the wrong side.
My stars, what a shot!
Spend every moment growing into who you truly are.
Verticality. I like verticality.
According to plan.
Cheers, love! The cavalry's
Here? Good.
I will be your shield.
One's heterosexual month. Oh, it's not. It doesn't exist. Cool.
I like these odds.
Enjoy the fireworks. I saw what you could be.
United by compassion.
As long as we stick together, we will make
A new possibility.
for everyone.
Good old pay-to-win skins, or just pay skins, guys. This is where we're at. Oh, bring back loot boxes. No, you ruined that. You fuckers ruined that. You don't want gambling in the game. You got rid of gambling at the expense of you getting free shit. Bring loot boxes back. Yeah, no, you're a moron. I'm sure they Anyone that says they want loot boxes back are probably the same people that advocated to get rid of them in the first place, and they don't even remember that far back. That's crazy. Cool. Well, hope map rotations are gone, which is going to be phenomenal regardless. Lots of new stuff. Maybe we should take a look at that first. Maybe we should just go to the Overwatch, because we don't know how long this is going to take, so maybe we'll take a peek at the Overwatch patch notes here and see what's going on. Trailer patch notes. Take a peek. This is the pre-patch notes? What does that mean? All right, let's take a peek here, guys. Lifeweaver covered that. It's going to really kind of be difficult to figure out what's going on with him until you see him in the actual game and realize if he's OP or not. You can kind of hypothesize some stuff, but at the end of the day, it really just depends on how it all goes together. Some things that obviously I have issue with already is life grip. A lot of people do, and it's not just people throwing people off maps. Rather, it's displacing people that the healer might not actually know what you're doing or what you need to do, and then pull you out of a situation, probably kill you along the way too, mind you, because it doesn't make you invulnerable. I'm pretty sure it doesn't make you invulnerable. Maybe it does. When you get pulled, you're invulnerable. That would be insanely OP if you become invulnerable when you're pulled, though. Can block some stuff, Tree of Life, you know, which could actually be insanely OP. Let's go down into the actual stuff where you can have context on it because we actually played the game, so Lifeweaver is just kind of in his own little walled garden for the time being until I actually see him in practice more. So, let's take a look at the other options here. Stranded spawn system. We've talked about this since the launch of Overwatch 2, which is... we need Charles here, too, so he can read for you guys. I also need to get my coffee. Here, so... This is a perfect coffee moment.
Google Cloud.
Got Charles now. Okay, I'm gonna grab my coffee, guys, and then... start off here. Um, let's take a look at the game. So, stranded spawn system. We talked about since the beginning of Overwatch 2. Mainly when you're stuck in spawn right after they capture a point and push, and you're literally in the spawn. So they kind of address this. I literally just said that they should allow you to choose when you spawn. Imagine being able to choose when you spawn or which spawn, and then people can pick and choose whether or not they want to go to the new spawn or not.
Stranded spawn system. Regrouping with your team after getting stranded in a spawn room has never been easier. Spawn rooms that shut down due to capturing or losing an objective will now remain partially active for 7 seconds. While you still can't change heroes in these spawn rooms, other new features have been activated. In these stranded spawns, the doors remain locked to the opposing team, the healing field remains active, and you can now use the interact key to instantly teleport to the new active spawn room.
It's a lot of work for all they had to do is literally just allow you to choose when you spawn, but you know, that's Blizzard for you, so that was too easy. Just being able to pick when you spawn is too fucking easy, so they had to make a whole system out of it and then take 4 seasons to do so. So here we are.
Matchmaking. Backfilling players in unranked modes will now prioritize finding players closer to the skill level of the other players in the match. Minor optimizations for large groups improving matchmaking quality.
Yeah. Yeah. Pre-mades definitely throw a wrench into things. That's why in Overwatch 1, you weren't allowed to play against pre-mades at higher, or pre-mades weren't allowed to play against you at higher MMR. Now you can, because Blizzard knows that stomping on noobs sells skins, so here we are. That's basically the takeaway from it, is, they could disallow that, but just like in Dead by Daylight, where they heavily side with survivors, in Overwatch, they side with pre-mades. Because groups of friends having a jolly good time, which usually involves just shitting all over people, sells skins. So, yeah, here we are. As it turns out. And they know if pre-mates played against pre-mates, that wouldn't be fair at all, right? No, as it turns out, that would be relatively fair and not fun, and that wouldn't sell their skins. So, yeah. Whoever decided that, especially in comp, that you should play against pre-mates and masters, yeah, you need to go get checked out, dude. That's, yeah. And it's, the pre-mates go away in grandmasters, but grandmasters can still play against masters who are in groups together. Yeah. And masters are very close to GM. That's like one step away. You wouldn't want just to give the whole team an advantage or some way, right? Yeah. Competitive updates. Eligibility. Interesting.
Top 500 leaderboard eligibility players will now be required to win 25 competitive matches before being eligible to enter the top 500 leaderboard for a specific role, queue, or region. Developer comments. Previously, we only required 25 games to be completed regardless of winning prior to becoming eligible for the top 500 leaderboards.
This is going to change
However,
much of anything.
this change should help make sure that players are consistently pushing toward winning matches, which should help ensure the leaderboards have the best players in each region.
You're still going to end up with people squatting, basically leaderboard squatting, and essentially they only play at the end of the season, or they only play for placements, and then they don't play again because it's not your highest, you don't get rewards based on your highest, it's like based at the end of the season, your ending rank. So you just basically get as good as you're going to be, and then you stop playing that count. Yeah, that's probably not where you want to be in terms of a healthy ecosystem for your game, but that's where we are right now, so... Hello?
Competitive lever penalty changes. Matches left in different competitive queues are still considered separate for purposes of determining the lengths of suspensions or receiving a seasonal ban from competitive play. The start of a new competitive season also no longer fully resets the severity of these suspensions and bans. This should hopefully prevent players from leaving competitive games at the end of a season without facing meaningful consequences at the start of the next. Matches left in competitive play will also have a more negative effect on a player's skill tier and division after a 5-win competitive update.
I'd agree with making people's like timeout and possibly penalizing them. I don't agree with just reducing their MMR if that's the case. You could reduce their rank and still make them play with high MMR squads until they've reached some threshold. Maybe that's what they're inferring until they reach some sweat threshold. But I hope it wouldn't actually infer that their visible rank is affected and their non-visible rank, which is what the matchmaker's based on, the hidden MMR is also influenced. I hope it's just your visible rank if that's the case. So you aren't playing, you get like a top 500 that leaves a bunch of matches and he's playing with diamonds or some stupid shit like that. I don't even think you need to leave a bunch of matches to play with diamonds though, so. Okay. Moving along.
Competitive point reward changes the number of competitive points, CP, rewarded for a win in competitive play has been changed from 15 to 25. The number of competitive points earned from seasonal challenges based on your final seasonal rank has also been updated. Games played after your last competitive update during a season will still count towards your final seasonal rank. You must still compete in the season's competitive play qualification challenge to receive bonus competitive points. Ending in bronze will now earn 300 competitive points, previously 65.
This is for the reward
Ending in
system, I
silver
believe.
will now earn 450 competitive points, previously 125. Ending in gold will now earn 600 competitive points, previously 250. Ending in platinum will now earn 800 competitive points, previously 500. Ending in diamond will now earn 1,000 competitive points, previously 750.
So this mainly helps the people on the low end to
Ending in
kind of
masters will
incentivize them
now
to
earn
keep trying.
1,200 competitive points,
Gold and silver,
previously
excuse me,
1,250.
bronze and silver are
Ending in
like the walled
grandmasters
garden.
will
That's
now earn
where
1,500
the
competitive
training
points,
wheels are on, and
previously
it honestly
1,750.
feels like they should just have different game balancing in bronze and silver to get them out of there. So that like gold, I believe, is where everyone starts, and bronze and silver you have to do even worse to get down to. Surprisingly, there's no wood tier, but it feels like there should be a wood tier. It's not like the metal ranks continue past platinum, anyways. So like the theming.
Competitive challenge titles. Seasonal competitive titles earned from challenges now distinguish between whether they're earned in open queue or roll queue. For example, ending in diamond rank in open queue will earn the Diamond Open Challenger title. Ending in
open
diamond
queue is
rank
a
in roll
joke.
queue will earn the Diamond Roll Challenger title.
Oh,
Developer
why
comment.
is there even
The goal of
competitive
these
for open
changes is
queue?
to
I don't
prevent
know. Why does
confusion about a player's rank from the previous season if they
why is
participate
open
in
queue even a
multiple
thing in the
competitive
game?
queues.
I don't really know. Why is it a major part of the game? Right? I've talked about this before. This game really lacks a casual game mode. Open queue, like it would be better if there's deathmatch. Open queue is like it shouldn't even exist. The game, especially after it swapped to Overwatch 2 with what they did to tanks, it's not even feasible anymore. It's not something you could consider balanced in any way, shape, or form anymore. Uh, it's just a shit show, and it's not even fun. I wouldn't even say open queue is fun. It's just broken and it's just bad. It's like Lucio Ball. It's like having competitive Lucio Ball would be more interesting and have more meaning than open queue. Just yeah, competitive Lucio Ball is a better form of competition than open queue is. That's 100% true. But yeah, as I mentioned before, this game needs a casual mode and it needs a skirmish mode. Not like skirmish in the game, but something between competitive and something between casual. It needs some sort of relaxed competitive. I know that's hard to imagine, but something where you play for less points so people can queue for it and not really give too much of a shit. You lose less points and you gain less points. So it's just whittled down and something that's designed to be less intense than like actual competitive. I know it sounds kind of convoluted, but it's not. It actually makes a lot of sense if you have people that just kind of want to queue, but they don't want to be in like the ultra hard ass game, which is basically what quick play is right now. And then there needs to be a casual game mode, which we've talked about since Overwatch 1, since time began in this game. I've mentioned this game does not have a casual game mode. Quick play is not casual. It is a shitty version of competitive. And that's basically what it is. And because you play basically half a match, depending on how it goes, and it's not really a way to blow off steam. This game needs like a 10v10 or maybe a 12v12 with just longer objectives, so it takes longer, or the push rate is slower, and it's more grindery, and then you can have multiple like duplicate picks, but of course you could still do like, tanks, DPS, and support, right? TDS, and then pick your ratio of those two, because obviously you wouldn't want everything to be open queue, because open queue sucks, because the game's not made for it. So like maybe two tanks and 5 DPS and 5 support, or 3 tanks and 5 DPS and 4 support, because supports are actually really fucking powerful compared to DPS. It probably depends on how fast you want people to grind into each other and die. And this idea is actually to make people just die over and over and over again. It's like Team Fortress 2. Exactly like Team Fortress 2. The idea is for it just to be a random shit show that people can enjoy and have fun in, rather than whatever the fuck quick play is or whatever the fuck open queue is. And once again, it's not the same. Open queue is not remotely balanced. It's not fun. When you make things more grindy, it is less dependent on a single person on the team, and it's more interesting. But yeah, Blizzard desperately tries to stay away from adding more players, and I guess even going back to 6. I don't even think you can make 6v6 anymore. Like, it's not actually a game. Anyways.
Competitive match rank. The initial loading screen that shows all the participants of competitive matches will now show an icon at the top of the screen representing the average skill tier and division of all players in that match. This should provide players with a better comparison of their own rank to other players in the match.
Cool. Some people were asking for feedback by making it so it's easier to see private profiles, and I think that kind of helps without actually weeding anyone out.
Seasonal rank decay removed. Starting with Season 4, a player's competitive play rank will no longer be reduced at the beginning of a season.
I think they talked about this earlier.
The effects of this reduction of rank from previous seasons will also be removed. Depending on how many games they played during the previous season, most players will see their skill tier and division increase. A player's skill tier and division at the beginning of Season 4 will now closely match the matchmaker's estimate of your current skill. Developer comments: the previous seasonal rank decay was causing considerable confusion for players, who would see players in their competitive games who did not appear to be of a similar rank. Often these players were actually of similar skill, but they had not played enough games during the season to compensate for the initial decay.
So, we talked about this before. I think they've mentioned this, and the one thing I brought up is whether or not this is your visible rank or this is your MMR rank. I think this is both, but they don't differentiate, because in the MMR dev blogs where they talk about the matchmake system, they said there's 2 different systems. There's one which is your visible rank, and one which is the MMR, which is what your games are based on. This is the one that really matters. And this should actually reflect this and be the same thing, but they aren't. They literally said they have 2 different systems here. And they don't always differentiate between these 2 systems, and this is another case where they are not differentiating between the visible rank and cosmetic rank, you could almost say. The visible rank and the hidden MMR value that matches are based off. I think this is both, but it might not be both, because they don't stipulate that it's both. So, we'll hope it's both, because that would make more sense, right? Excuse you.
Competitive skill update and progression. Both the competitive progress and competitive update screens will now include information about a player's losses and ties as well as their wins. The competitive update screen will also now provide players with an indication of the current percentage progress within a skill division. This will hopefully make it more clear how the results of games played during the update affect a player's skill tier and division. It is possible for players to have a positive win-loss record, but not go up a skill division because the progress occurs entirely within a single division. This new message will allow players to see that they did in fact make positive progress, just not enough to reach a new skill tier or division. There is also a similar message with competitive updates for players who are Grandmaster 1, but not yet on the top 500 leaderboard. This should provide those players with feedback about their progress towards earning a spot on the top 500 leaderboard.
So I've mentioned this before. A couple things. The 515 or 720 as it used to be is a way of obfuscating their new system, because it takes into account more than wins and losses. It 100% does, because there's people that go up when they lose a bunch of matches. There's people that go down when they win matches. So it's based on weighted criteria from a bunch of different factors, as one above, which was you leaving matches, apparently influences your rank, but that could just be visible rank, which is what I'd hope. Is what I'd fucking hope, but maybe not. But anyways, the 720 system was there to obfuscate the weighted system, because if you knew what caused you to go up in rank, people would game it, right? Regardless of being a positive influence on your team, people would figure out how to game it. And like, let's say deaths are heavily weighted in it, people would just not, they'd be risk apprehensive and just not try to go in and die. They'd try not to be me. Yeah. and which people are anyways. There's huge risk apprehension to dying, regardless of the fact. Not saying you should just run and die, but rather you try not to die no matter what, and that actually can hurt your ability to progress in the match. That's actually one of the reasons I think death should be removed. It rewards the wrong behavior because people at the end, when they look at your stats, for some strange fucking reason, only look at your deaths. I've outperformed the tanks and everyone else on the team, and people will go, "Oh, you have like 3 more deaths than everyone else," and like that for them is what you did in the game is your deaths. That's it. It's not performance. It's not heals. It's not limbs. It's not damage. It is literally, and there's a couple of worthless categories in there, which is assists and mitigation. It is literally your deaths. And that's not where you want to be because it's not even KD. It's not even the number you kill compared to the number of your deaths or ED, eliminations deaths, right? Which is technically assist, but it's not assist because the game has assist, which I don't even understand how it work. As I mentioned before, that's otherwise the game should have total damage received. We'll just go over it again. The game should have total damage received, which should include mitigated damage. It gives you an idea who's receiving a lot of damage and how good of a job the tanks are doing. This should also include things like mitigated damage, as in the RPG term, which includes not just absorbed damage, which is shielding, but also includes mitigated damage through armor. So if you absorb more damage than normal, it's your total raw damage score. And the game doesn't have that. That should replace mitigated damage. The game should remove assists, and limbs should become assists, and then it should add killing blows, which are your ability to finish someone off when no one else is attacking them, like within a second or so. So you are literally the only person shooting at them, chasing them down. Killing blows matters a lot. It's not in the game. You can't see who has killing blows in the game. You can only see limbs, which are essentially assists, and assists don't even make sense. Death should definitely be removed, and then there should be a new category, which is healing received, so you can see who's receiving heals from the healers, because that matters. And also, self-healing should be removed from the game in terms of the stat, not your ability to self-heal. But if you self-heal yourself, it should not count towards your healing. So, and it does. It does. TikTok Moiras are self-healing a lot, and that adds to their healing score, and that's not what you should see, because it doesn't help the team. But I guess at the same time it does, because they're mitigating damage, like they're absorbing damage that otherwise would have been meant for their team, so maybe they are helping. But at the same time, they're letting their DPS die, so. Anyways, tangent done. This rewards progress. The other thing, anyways, we're talking about reasons they don't show you your progress. The other one is, if you see you're actually doing negatively, it influences your fun factor in the game. And the idea was that people just aren't supposed to be on the seat of their, on the edge of their chair, just clinging to, oh God, am I going up in rank? One of those things. And people, I guess, prefer knowing that they don't. And I don't think they do. I think people don't know what they want and just assume they want to see this because it aggravates them that they can't see it because they might have went up. But the other option is they probably went down too. So they might have went up, they might have went down. And both those things are something you don't want to know, right? If you don't have positive progress. So, yeah, there's a reason that they didn't show you your status update. Anyways, hero updates. Let's go through them. They nerfed the armor on Reinhardt, increased his base health. He's been overperforming. Reinhardts are not overperforming, at least what I've played with. I mean, you see occasionally good ones, but they aren't something that overperform. Sigma. At creation, which I think is Q. They really need to put, when they do abilities, they need to put the letter here. Because a lot of people don't know the name of the ability, but I'm pretty sure this is his ultimate. If you put Q in here, you'd know immediately, which I think League of Legends does, if I remember right. Other games do that. Impact damage reduced from 60 to 40. 80 damage total with explosion. Knockdown increased 0.8 to 1.1. Like Rodog's Chain Hook, Sigma's at creation, and Primary Fire combo can be highly lethal and feel like a guaranteed kill against 200 HP healers. Maybe this is his rock. Maybe that's his rock. It's his rock. It's not his Q. Yeah, it's his rock. Okay, that's rock throw. That one other reason that there should be a letter there, because I'd know it immediately it's not his Q if it had a letter here. Yeah, so this is his rock throw. Good job. They nerfed it because it felt a lot like Roadhog's Hook. They returned Cassidy to a 200 HP hero, which he needed. There's a lot he had going on. Damage reduced from Magnetic Grenade from 131 to 120, so he can no longer one-tap you after... If he hits you with a single shot after a Magnetic Grenade, you die. And that's very easy to do. It's very, very easy to do. It's almost a guaranteed instant kill. Now it's down to you have to hit a headshot and a body shot, which will still be possible, but it's not as bad as it was. Yeah, and it's still probably a fucking guided missile. Like, I would have no problems with him being able to double tap you, like to combo you, if it was just a grenade. It's not. It's a fucking and then it sticks to you, and or aerial explodes like a piece of fucking flak and does 65 damage, regardless of it never sticking to you. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I would definitely be more for if it was a skill shot as opposed to nerfing it and making it less useful or not useful. I mean, it's still going to be useful, but less useful. If it actually involved you throwing the sticky grenade on someone. Come on. Please, what? Like, is this something for console players? Like, do they need the fucking aimbot grenade and you literally just... This is a console concession. Is this a console concession where they're trying to make an aimbot grenade? Yeah, you need his health reduced. This needs to go. This should just be a sticky grenade, and they could probably even keep it at 131 and make it a sticky grenade. An actual grenade, not a guided missile, an actual grenade. And it's not. Sombra EMP can now disable Blizzard. Oh, okay. Yeah, once again, I mentioned this before and someone didn't believe me. There's other things other than Sombra interacting with Orissa's Q that she can't do, and I guess now she can turn off EMP, or turn off Blizzard, because Blizzard needed a nerf. Because May needed a fucking nerf. Uh-huh. Alright. So, supports Sleep Dart maximum duration on tank heroes reduced from by 30%. Oh, it actually is affected by the tenacity buff, or the reduced CC that tanks have? Oh, okay, I guess I missed that one. Yeah. While Sensu Bean on Kiriko is broken in a lot of reasons, Anna is still has the overall strongest kit in the game as far as everything she has going for the Biotic Grenade and Sleep Dart, which is actually a stun / incapacitate, because if you hit someone and they immediately get attacked, there's a 0.5 second window for the beginning animation. If you get attacked during this animation window, you will not wake up. And after you're on the ground, you have to get hit again, and then you'll wake up. There's a 1 second window in which you can't do anything, regardless you being a player, right? You are stunned for 1 second during the 0.5 second animation at the beginning, the 0.5 second animation at the end when you wake up. You are stunned during that, and there's nothing you can do. That's regardless of the incapacitate effect, because it's just a stun. Yeah, it's basically 2 in 1. So that's kind of a big deal, but that's actually part of her kit. And the Biotic Grenade's a 4 in 1, which is it stops healing, it increases healing, it heals, and then it also does damage. Yeah, very strong. But anyways, moving on. All the supports are incredibly strong now, and it's just not all of them, but a lot of them are very. And Lily Patman or Petalman is going to be probably going to be broken, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Bridget. Bridget now gains 100 restorable armor health pool for the duration of rally. So she gets a little bit of buff to health when she starts rally. No longer gradually builds up temporary health like your nearby allies. Rally now upgrades her barrier shield, increasing both the size and health. Interesting. So more like a little Reinhardt. Barrier health increased from 300 to 750 during ultimate. During rally, shield bash now impacts multiple enemies and briefly stuns. What the fuck? Bonus movement speed reduced from 30 to 15%. I mean, that's not going to matter because people can't run away. That's actually, 30% is really fast to begin with. Repair pack, range reduced from 30 to 25 meters. I never really like Bridget. Like we've seen her before, and I don't really think she's bad. She was a bad pick, and they buffed her health packs, and then she was all right. And I've seen Bridget's do relatively good comparably to other characters on the team, like Lucio. Um, I would even see she needs the right comp. She needs to be able to hit people though for inspiration. If she can't hit people, that's a problem. They could change that though, and they could make it so if she hits people with her mace. Actually, I don't know if inspiration activates on her mace. Maybe it's all of her damage dealing abilities. But made it so she can spam her mace, her long throw mace, more spam it, and then like reduce the CC on it. So it's something where she can actually get her AoE heal off without being near people, just not as well. Okay. Mercy. Uh-oh, did they undo the Never Die Mercy? That looks like healing per second increased from 45 to 55. Healing is no longer increased for allies under health. Yep, that's. It looks like they undid basically the OP healing from last patch. They reduced Guardian Angel to 1.5 seconds again. What? They completely undo it? Jump and crouch cancel active ability state duration increased from 1 to 1.5 seconds. No longer cancel the jump crouch. I believe this is for Mercy Tech. Can no longer be interrupted at the beginning of the cooldown early. Port roll passive healing is now active for the duration of Valkyrie, which they nerfed before. What? However, the overall rebalance of the healing values received significant negative feedback both from those playing on Mercy and those playing against it. She was better than she was prior to the buffs, though, or the nerf to Mercy. And it's particularly the Guardian Angel nerf that really fucking mattered. Which looks like they're undoing. That's really fucking weird. I guess I don't know enough about Mercy Tech to understand what they're doing here, but it seems like they're trading off one for the other, so it's still basically it basically be the same cooldown. I don't feel as though that's the case though. Mercies are still fucking hard as shit to kill. I don't know why they'd ever assume that Mercy needs to be buffed again, except for the fact there's a loud vocal Mercy main minority, I guess you could say, in this game. Maybe a majority. There's a lot of people that play Mercy. And regardless how good she's doing, they always think she needs buffs. At the beginning of Overwatch 2, there was people that thought she needs buffs. There were literally forum posts about it. I posted it. It was like 90 pages long. Yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see on this, but this looks like they're just changing her back to the way she was. And that's not where you want to be, so. What? Big problem with Mercy was the Guardian Angel problem. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I don't completely understand this change, which involves Mercy Tech. But it actually looks like they just buffed her back to what she was prior to the nerf. There wasn't a satisfying middle ground where we could reduce the potency of this effect while still having it feel impactful, so we're reverting it. Okay. They buffed her Valkyrie. I think that I've legitimately saw videos where they said Mercy's nerfed again. Or just one on my feed. My Twitter. Yeah, it might have been on my Twitter. Okay. Moira can now be activated during Coalescence, so her Uber ability. She can now activate Fade, which she didn't need. Because why does she need to fucking have the ability to fade away when she's a glass cannon? Moves slower now. They increased her heal from Biotic Grasp. TikTok Moira's got buffed. Basically. Map pools are disabled. Phenomenal. New map, Atlantis? Atlantis will be playable for a limited time during April 25th to May 1st. Oh, it's a deathmatch map, I guess. Arcade map. Okay. Cool. No maps for comp, though. They changed the lighting. I fucking hate the stylization Overwatch. You guys have mentioned this before. It's one of the worst things in the game. Is where everything... It's why I have to change around my fucking colorblindness settings, because it is very difficult. The red blends in with very late or very early maps where the whole map looks orange. It makes red outlines blend in with it. And then blue ones, the whole reason I turned off blue when I went to teal is because when you play the Arctic maps with snow on it, your fucking allies blend in with the snow. Yeah. And when things are too dark or too light, it actually you have to have a certain color brightness, otherwise they blend in with everything around it. There's some weird shit. There's fucking weird shit with the Overwatch 2 stylization. It's not nearly as good as Overwatch 1 still. So they just changed a bunch. Good for them. Workshop projectiles. Three projectiles now. Okay. All right. Fixed a bug that allowed Ash to gain ultimate while Bob was active. Okay. Yep. Just use your ult to get even more ult. Okay. Bug or exploit. They can be one and the same. Fixing a previous update fixed a bug where Cassie's Deadeye not taking armor mitigation into account, which resulted in killing a blow before the enemy was marked with a skull. Fixed a bug where damage from Deadeye could be multiplied, requiring the same target before Deadeye was completed, fixed in a previous update. Okay. Guess they didn't document it. just make Moira easier? Yes, they made her TikTok Moira even stronger. TikTok Moira even stronger. Used to call it Reddit Moira, now it's TikTok Moira. Workshop is abandoned? Yeah. Cassie nerfs are a joke? Yep. Heat exceeding missile, although 200 HP is where he should be anyways. Yeah. Let's take a look at the Reddits here and see what the response is. The critical response from the critics. Alright. Hero balance aside, I'm so glad we got rid of the map pools. Maybe I won't play Callisto 3 times in one season. Atmospheric ambient sunset. Ambient. American Fade while using Cobra. What's coal? Q? Obviously you're Q, but what? Duck Moira buffed. Her healing numbers are up, but she has more impact survivability during coalescence. Seems like she might be the ideal pick, balance out. Life Weaver is low healing. It actually kind of feels like her orb, her damage orb, should actually cause Mortal Strike. It should make it so you can't be healed while it's happening to you. So you have to get out of the radius and like maybe have it linger for like a 0.5 seconds after it stops hurting you. So like she has a technically Healers are getting so fucking OP. I don't want to go to the Mortal Strike. We've talked about this before, guys. If you go to the World of Warcraft Mortal Strike, there's a time in World of Warcraft in which basically almost all classes needed Mortal Strike because the healing got so out of control. You couldn't kill anyone without a Mortal Strike. Mortal Strike reduced healing by 50%. The first character to get it was Warriors, where they had Immortal Strike and you had to basically have a warrior in your group if you're PvPing in order to deal with the fucking healing. I think that was in Burning Crusade. And it was absurd. It was absolutely fucking absurd unless you had a healer or Mortal Strike in your group. And then in Wrath Lich King, I believe they added basically Mortal Strike stuff pretty much every class. So, yeah. And then I think in Kata is when they finally addressed the fact that their healing was absolutely out of control. It kind of feels like we are reaching the point now where healing is becoming out of control, which I wouldn't mind so much if the healers didn't also do insane amounts of damage, depending on which one you're picking. So, yeah, and not like a Zen either. Zen has a pretty big trade-off for damage. Some of these other characters do not, like Kiriko or Moira. Yeah. So, like, where Zen, it was more damage-oriented. Like, if you're picking little spikes on directions for your character, what he's going to be good at, Zen's, better at damage and debuffing. But as the downside being, he doesn't really have much in the way of healing, right? Yeah, but now they're just making them good at fucking everything, so I don't know why. It's like they don't understand how to balance their characters, or maybe they just want healers to be insanely broken, which I'm also not sure why. Not enough people are talking about spawn changes. Push is still going to be a walking simulator. 7 seconds is not enough time. It's just people that are getting hamstrung out. Push sucks compared to 2 CP. Starting a tank on cooldown isn't hard, and it's really very powerful, needed to change. Sleep Dart in general needs to change. Hoping they would rework Cassidy and his grenade, not completely nerf it. Well, rework his grenade, not Cassidy. It's kind of late for an engagement, because it's 12 hours ago. That's still alright. Fine? I'm fine. Why don't they just turn it into a sticky grenade? Don't know. Alright. The balance changes, thoughts on Briggle. Oh. She seemed like she got a lot of buffs. I don't think she needed to. She just needed a way of more consistently doing healing, excuse me. As we talked about with the mace throw. Every Cassidy's dream. Teal's a pretty good color. I thought about using teal before. Hey, Jewel. Am I doing pretty good? Just covering the Overwatch patch notes right now. I don't think I tried teal mainly because I like keeping blue as my ally color. I went back to red after doing magenta, because magenta for some reason fucking feels hard on my eyes. Like it feels too oppressive. I don't know why. Very weird. Maybe because it's really easy to notice. Official Season 4 roadmap. Bob and Weave. Don't care about workshop stuff or arcade. Life Weaver. Star Watch. Limited time event. Comic and game mode. Don't care about a comic. Battle Pass. Don't care. Battle Pass. Metro challenges. And then arcade mode. So basically it's the new hero. And then the patch notes, which we just covered. For trailer, I think we watched it already. Junker Pleen cosplay. Oh my god. No. No. She is not nearly ripped enough or has the right physique. No. That's a tough one to pull off. No. Stick to divas. A couple really ripped chicks, but they're very few and far between. I thought we were going to see one of those, like, bodybuilder-esque types. Alright. Anyways, we're going to turn this into a highlight, guys. And put it on the tubes. I don't think we're going to do it right now, though. Because I can't. Because I can't highlight stuff while I'm streaming. Yep. Nope. Alrighty. What time is it? I think we have enough time to watch a video. Now, let's take a look at the tubes here. I don't have Achilles tendonitis, YouTube. I have Achilles insertional tendonitis. Or insertional Achilles tendonitis? Yeah. What do we got? The king has fallen with really, really, really difficult. Sure. Really, really OP ray tracing? Definitely. We got... Can a gaming PC survive the North Pole? Wow. That is Linus now, guys. No muscle, no dummy mommy. There wasn't much of anything. Like, I'm not big. Like, role-playing is almost purely based on appearance. And that's just the way it fucking is. I don't care what you say about, you know, like, you know, people can work whatever job they want or whatever. Fuck. Jesus Christ. At least look the part. 90-degree rotated socket. Oh my god. Don't really care. Let's take a look at Linus's entertainment here, which apparently is the Ryzen review.
The Ryzen 7 7800X3D is
Entertainment,
the best
guys.
gaming
This is
CPU
not
on
the
planet,
This is not a
bar
real
none.
review. Actually, it is a
isn't
real
even
review,
close.
but it's Linus's review.
Be
So it's
celebrating
basically
that. So why do I look so mad? Because
It's basically
as far
entertainment.
as I can tell, AMD intentionally manipulated the community in the lead up to this launch. First, they
What?
pushed their most rabid fans to more expensive and arguably worse Ryzen 9 X3D CPUs out.
companies are not responsible for people's inability to hold themselves back. This is not fucking like crack. They aren't feeding us crack cocaine or shit like that. This is not gambling. If you can't hold yourself back, if you don't have your own self-control, yourself under control, it is not a company's responsibility for that. So, no, I'm not going to go with that. No, personal responsibility has some weight here, and no. I bought a 7950X3D perfectly. One thing that kind of pisses me off, though, is they lowered the price of the 7950X3D by $100. They did that today, I think it is. Yeah, that kind of pisses me off because I bought the 7950X3D like a week ago. So yeah, that kind of pisses me off. But I knew what I was getting into, and there's a reason I didn't buy it in the first place. So no, personal responsibility, self-control, that's you. You are a person. You have agency over your body and your actions. So, and this is not a highly addictive substance.
At launch, although that's nothing new and all the major players have done this at one time or another. But the second one is much more nefarious and reminds me of the way that Intel timed the release of their 10th gen HEDT processors in a way that avoided direct comparisons to AMD's far superior Threadripper 3000. It's yucky, and I'm going to spell out why it's such a problem shortly. First, I need to spell
After
out
words from
why
our sponsors.
AMD now makes the only gaming CPUs that matter, and I need to spell out this SEGUE to our sponsor.
Gizmodo. Looking for a way to sell your old or broken devices? Well, Gizmodo can help. Select your device on their website.
He sent one of his minions to do his dirty work.
Ryzen 7 5800X3D. And to say that it's been a game changer would be both an understatement and a delightfully delicious dad joke. The details are complex, but the result is simple. 3D V-Cache allows AMD to stack up the caches in their processors vertically, increasing their capacity
Doing an upload here in the
without
background, guys.
increasing the die area of the finished chip. A larger cache means that any data the processor needs is more likely to be right at hand rather than stored in much slower system memory or, heaven forbid, persistent storage like an SSD. There are trade-offs. Reading between the lines, 3D V-Cache has some downsides. It appears to
coffee.
be much more sensitive to high voltages, which makes overclocking
Very
a less reasonable
sensitive to high voltages, to the point where it
endeavor,
explodes.
and has forced AMD to reduce their out-of-the-box clock speeds. It also reduces the rate at which heat can be dissipated from the cores, meaning that 3D V-Cache chips have their thermal targets reined in. But it seems to be worth it because while AMD's slide deck has the 7800X3D competing with
I do
the
wonder
Ryzen
when
5700
Intel's going to start putting large
and
caches on their
Ryzen,
chips, because
if we
it's kind of a
consider
gimmick
quite
for AMD
literally
right now,
anything else,
and
it is
Intel
not
doesn't do anything like it.
contest,
So
especially in gaming, where it makes such a difference to performance that, well, I'll just let the graphs do the talking here. Look at these margins of victory.
that graph looked like it was limited by.
If you like spending $100 more for less performance,
Some of these look like they are GPU bound, guys. I'm not a super scholar in this area, but when you see flat graphs, it generally means either it's incredibly CPU bound, which kind of negates the purpose of testing different CPUs, or it is GPU bound. And I'm going to go with this being GPU bound in some of these cases, guys, which, yeah, this is the reason. So if you guys have heard about some of the bullshit why people are like complaining about them people testing 720p, you test 720p so you never run into a GPU bottleneck ever. That's important. I understand testing the highest preset. Ray tracing is bogus bullshit, by the way. I don't think you should ever test with it on except for a special section because ray tracing, some people want to turn it on. So that does matter, but not for a CPU test. Highest preset is just to make sure that there isn't anything that's working in the background that might add more CPU load, or conversely actually reduces CPU load, which is insane. But that does exist too. But something like this makes it kind of look like there's a GPU bottleneck going on here, so maybe they should have done 720p. I think an Antec even tests 460 or 360. 480 or 360p. And the purpose of that is completely removing any sort of GPU bottleneck. Alternatively, you could do the same thing just by reducing the render scale, but
look at these margins of victory. Dang.
Or was it?
If you like spending
This one also very much looks like it's GPU bound again, but there are cases where neither the GPU is bound nor the CPU is bound with really shit engines. I don't think this is one of it. I think oftentimes benchmarkers do not test for bottlenecks and they get fucked by it because they've just done the same thing for years and they just keep doing the same thing. This looks an awful lot like a flat graph because of a GPU bottleneck, but maybe not. The only one that performs worse here is the 5800 X3D for the most part. Yeah, and this doesn't even look like the X3D chips are even performing well. What? It doesn't even look like they made a difference. And then there's also weird shit where the X3D chips don't always use the cache, but in this case, it only has cache chiplets, so it's not the same thing as 7950 X3D, so. But then there's weird shit. I don't know if that's in these benchmarks here, but there's weird shit they're running into with test systems where it was sleeping the cores that it was parking the cores that were supposed to be being used. That doesn't happen on my CPU, but apparently it does happen.
And that's kind of your prerogative. But if you're the sort of gamer,
what the fuck is this? This is 100% GPU bottleneck. This is 100% a GPU bottleneck here, guys. And putting that aside, if you guys didn't know Call of Duty, particularly because I did this when I owned a 5900X, you have to set up the number of cores you want to use if it's over 8 for it to actually utilize more than 8 cores. So it can technically use more than 8 cores, not that it would help the Intel out, but it would help like a 7950 X3D, for instance. I don't even know if it would, because there's the weird shit with the inner cache where the two different caches have to talk to each other in between, and that can fuck up things. But sometimes it could still be faster anyways. Inner cache latency. But at the same time, would it help or would it not? I don't know.
looking to drive the latest 1080p.
But you have a 7950X there too, so probably like there's a lot of cases where it looks like the 7800X3D performs worse or better than the 7950X3D, which should never be a case, mind you, because the clocks I believe are actually faster than 7950X3D if it's using the cache, and then obviously it's offloading everything to the frequency die, or it should be. But the built-in, I don't know, like how much effort benchmarkers should go through to make a specific scenario in which the chip performs the way that it should, when this is probably the out-of-box stock configuration for AMD. This actually, by the way, these numbers do not look very much like other reviewers' numbers, like Gamers Nexus, Hardware Unbox, and Tech Power Up that we looked at. These actually look relatively consistent across the board, almost like there's something else going on here, like a GPU bottleneck, which they shouldn't because it's 1080p. But yeah, there's a reason we don't watch Linus. But yeah, if you want better benchmarks, which we covered yesterday and it's in a video, take a look at that.
The only sensible choices we're looking at here are the 5800X3D on a cheap and cheerful AM4 board with 16 gigs of memory for another $50.
Cyberpunk has an SMT
or if
bug.
you've got the extra cash to put into a newer platform, AMD's 7800X3D absolutely obliterates everything in its weight class. I mean, even its own X3D equipped bigger brothers fall considerably behind, which raises some big questions, like, what the f*** and why? Paulo Coelho said that the core of beauty is simplicity, and I think that applies well here. The 7800X
at least it tests a lot of benchmarks. There's quite a few that they just went through.
On a single core complex die, or CCD. That means virtually all applications will benefit from its whopping 104 megabytes of on-die cache, and since there's only one CCD, there's no latency penalty from pulling cached data off of another die. By contrast, the 7900X3D and the 7950X3D have 12 cores and 16 cores respectively across two heterogeneous CCDs. AMD's rationale for the design choice does make sense. Half of the cores get 3D V-cache for killer gaming performance, while the other half eschew it in favor of higher yields.
7900X3D should really just have cache in both chiplets.
In practice, getting
you have to make them anyways.
to run on the most optimal core is a big challenge, especially when you don't bother to build an on-chip hardware scheduler or load balancer.
Yep.
It results in low
as Intel has done.
performance. That puts the Ryzen 9 X3D chips in this super weird in-between zone, where they fall behind their lean, mean Ryzen 7 relative in gaming, and then fall behind their own non-X3D counterparts in other applications. Of course, as we pointed out in our review of those chips, most people aren't buying $500 CPUs, or even $350 ones for that matter, to game at 1080p. And if the 7800X3D can't
Disagree.
keep its lead going into 14,
We've talked about this before, guys. I don't know if it's just Linus. There's definitely multiple tech reviewers that take this approach. No. People have two different ways of gaming. One is the most FPS possible, and the other is graphical fidelity. So you're choosing high refresh rate versus graphical fidelity. Both of these matter. Neither is superior. They do two different things. So, yeah, there are people that game at 1080p and are just buying $700 processors to do that. I am one of those people because I understand how much little stutters and nuances can make in your game when you're trying to go for the pinnacle of performance. It really fucking matters when you're highly competitive. Can I still use it to play graphical fidelity games? Sure I could can. But does 1080p high refresh really matter to me? Yes, it does. Both these matter. And this goes back to the earliest days when I used to frequent Tech Report back in my day, when they put out good reviews, where you'd have arguments with people that are like, no, they should be testing at like 4K and 1440p, and why is 1080p even here? No one uses 1080p monitors. I want a 540 hertz 1080p monitor. I want every single fucking pixel to go into my fucking cranium. I don't every frame to go into my cranium. Not every pixel. Well, every pixel too, but every frame to go into my cranium. It's not just about graphical fidelity. There's two different camps here, and both matter. Because, sometimes you want to play an atmospheric game or a solo single-player game, Fallout or something. And, really fast-paced action doesn't matter. But then there's also cases where really fast-paced really fast-paced scenarios does matter.
I think... Oh, it does. Looking at average frame rates, the 7800X3D tops the charts almost without exception. Only losing
Flat chart again.
where Intel CPUs tend to provide
At
improvements.
least now we're going up in
lows.
resolution, so it kind of makes sense.
Even games that are clearly GPU bound in our testing, like Modern Warfare 2 and Red Dead Redemption 2, see the 7800X3D.
Once again, you have to set up the INI separate for Call of Duty.
Occasionally, even games won't benefit from 3D V-Cache and would just much rather have a CPU that boosts higher, but the overall picture is clear to the point where I'm not sure I remember ever seeing anything quite like this. I mean, the thing is, for you, the viewer watching this, 10 FPS here, 5% difference there. It might not seem like that big of a deal. I don't even play those games, you might say. But that isn't the point. Our test suite is designed to guide you toward the product that will provide the best long-term value, not just in games today, but in games in the future. And that 5% today can easily turn into 8% tomorrow or 15% a few years from now when faster GPUs arrive and need more powerful CPUs to perform their best. Here's an edge case that illustrates my point very well. Factorio's unit simulation update rate is capped in-game to 60 per second. That means that any one of our CPUs is going to deliver a peak, optimal experience in this game. But by forcing the game's engine to push beyond these artificial limits, we can at least attempt to draw conclusions about the benefits we might enjoy in future sim-heavy games, if we choose the right hardware today. And the right choice isn't always obvious.
This is very true.
The manufacturer.
We've talked about this before. That's future-proofing, obviously being, what's the word called? You're unable to future-proof anything, but you can... speculate on where things are going to go in the future and then make informed decisions on it, right? Not everything is past, present, and future. And not everything it's not only the present that matters, also future scenario. That's why you test 1080p, right? Not just because it's not GPU bound anymore, but because in the future scenario, you're going to have 5090, you're going to have a 6090. And then all of a sudden your purchase today is going to matter in the future, right? Yeah.
Marketing.
Like I mentioned this before, it's kind of weird, but it seems like some people literally do not understand past, present, and future, like 3 different variants of time, where past already happens, it just happened, past is gone now, it's gone now, it's gone now. One of those things, present, which is exactly right now when I'm talking, and the future, which is from now to infinity, and past is from now to is beginning of time, right? It seems like some people don't understand we actually operate on a timeline, and decisions you make today actually need to matter, or will matter in the future too.
You might quickly skim a headline or two and go, oh, okay, 3D V-Cache is great. I'll just get the best one with that. But as you can see, when we force Factorio to run on the 3D V-Cache cores by disabling the other ones, it performs right neck and neck with the 7800X3D. But when we leave it at default with all the cores enabled, it falls way back in line with the rest of the pack. Pretty questionable behavior for a gaming CPU, don't you think?
Yeah,
And
it's
pretty
a bandaged together
questionable
beta
behavior
product.
from AMD. When they split
And you
up
can't
the
turn off
launch of the
CPC. I don't understand
7000
why.
X3D
You used to be able to.
product
You can't
line,
now.
I believed that they simply wanted to capitalize on early adopters who were willing to pay for more
That
cores
fake
than
cum.
they needed in order to get the latest.
That didn't even look frothy. It looked like
I
fake.
mean, why play an
It
ace
looked like
if a two will
fake
do?
cum.
It's
Oh.
not an unusual strategy.
Oh,
and
that's
it's
good.
absolutely the reason that Nvidia slow rolls their product lineups.
That didn't even look like foam.
But the thing Nvidia doesn't do is launch a 4090 at Halo tier pricing, only for buyers to end up ticked off when the 4070 arrives a few months later and is not only cheaper, but actually performs better in games. And it wouldn't have bothered me so much if AMD had seeded review samples of the chips at the same time, than simply staggered availability, like we did with our
I disagree.
that is now
I disagree, guys. If you couldn't see the 7800 X3D, which is basically what everyone said, including the simulated results, which is what a couple outlets did, Hardware Unboxed, as well as Tech Power Up.
Chips are going to find countless articles comparing against Intel 13th gen, but very few comparing against the cheaper against Intel 13th gen X3D chips are going to find.
Nope. Oh, this is the day after this article came out from Tech Power Up. They released an article about a simulated 7800 X3D. It was basically 7950 X3D with the one of the CCDs, the frequency one, disabled, which you can do. Yeah. So I guess Linus didn't read the article the day after this before he made the piece talking about how no one's informed on anything they're doing.
Countless articles.
Writing was on the wall on this one. There's no.
Very few comparing against the cheaper, superior gaming product in AMD's own lineup. Now, I doubt this strategy will make any kind of material difference to their sales. In spite of Intel jumping a day ahead of AMD's release, 10th Gen Core i9 was a sales disaster. But I just don't like being played, and I feel a little played right now. Though, of course, there is.
This caters to consumers,
Ultra HD games,
unrelated to tech.
Which is likely where many of those Ryzen 9s are headed. We
Doesn't
didn't
appeal
test
to
as many games
consumers,
at this
to
resolution,
emotions.
Since there's only so many times you can try to split the same hair. But the bottom line is that the
I would say though, however, they definitely I've been waiting for the X3D chips since the 7000 series launched last October, was it? So there's that, and they were very, very mum about when they're going to be released. I think I would have bought a 1300K at the launch of that if I knew it was going to be 6 months later. But that's probably also why they put off information on it. So
we're looking at across the entire range of chips we tested is about 6 to 7%. However, that is due to the massive 20% range in F1 2022. If you're the kind of gamer then who prefers high fidelity experiences over a competitive edge, then GPU-bound games like Cyberpunk and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, you're just not going to notice a difference. And the same
today,
is true
when you have a
for
6090, you will.
games where the difference
But then will
is
it matter
even
when you have a
smaller.
6090?
I'm still a bit
Will you be
irritated
playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider when you have a 6090?
Because I could make that exact same, well, it doesn't really matter anyway argument about the Ryzen 9 X3D chips as I move into our productivity results. If a few percent FPS here and there doesn't matter to you in games, well then you still shouldn't be paying the premium for these X3D chips because you would still be more than happy gaming on the regular X variants for cheaper. And those non-3D chips will perform anywhere from about the same as their X3D equivalents to even better outside of games. Sorry, this has gotten a bit derailed. The video is supposed to be about the 7800 X3D, and as you see on all of these charts, it isn't a top performer here, but we never expected it to be. Though it did crush another metric that we did expect. In our review of the Ryzen 9 X3D chips, we took issue with AMD's marketing. They called them gaming CPUs, but we felt that their strength was actually in their efficiency. And we are seeing the
I don't care about
exact
efficiency.
same thing here.
This must be, I don't know, maybe they all get in, did all the tech reviewers get in a Discord with each other and then go, psst, hey guys, Linus is testing efficiency. Let's talk about efficiency too, because Hardware Unboxed also did this and Gamers Nexus did this. And I mentioned this is 15 fucking years old. Tech reports are doing this too because you can look at numbers and go, oh, these numbers are so much better. This is an argument as old as time itself. It matters for laptops. It matters for mobile devices like phones. It matters for data centers. It generally does not fucking matter for the guy that takes a cord out of his black box and plugs it into his magic electron creator in the wall. It does not matter. Like the whole scenario here, and this is in Prime 95, mind you, it does not matter. An extra 100 watts No one really gives a shit about that. It looks better because look how different these lines are, right? From a tech reviewer standpoint, look how different the lines are. From a gamer standpoint, I don't think most people give a shit about this. I don't give a shit about it. If I have a mobile device, it will matter. For my desktop, does not matter at all. I don't care. That's just the way it is. So,
except that it is also a standout gaming value. I know that the average gamer doesn't salivate over better performance per watt, but this chip is so exceptional that I gotta slow you down and talk through this. If you game 2 hours a day in California, your 7800X3D is gonna cost you about $750 a year to run. For context, AMD's closest non-X3D, the 7700X, is gonna cost you more like
27 cents a kilowatt hour.
And an Intel 13600K, about $9. Now watch this. Let's add an hour a day of video encoding or 3D rendering, some
Per
other
year.
heavy load.
Okay.
Then let's assume a 5-year lifespan for this system, and holy crap.
Hey, look, $145 over 5 years. You know what you fucking pay per month in health insurance? What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, no. Oh my God, over 5 years, guys, you're going to use 145 days because you're going to fucking encode for 1 hour per day. I'd put more in line where you're going to spend maybe 2 hours or 4 hours gaming per day. And even then, that might be a little bit high. 3 hours? Apparently, everyone's going to encode a video for 1 hour per day. No, they aren't. No, they aren't. This is over 5 years. And let's scroll back to the yearly. You're talking $30, so you're talking, what was it per day? $888. But we don't care about that. We want monthly, right? What is that, $2 per month? $2.43 per month. Yeah, no. No, this does not matter. This does not matter. You spend $400 per month in health insurance. $2.43 isn't even the price. This is the price of a McChicken. This is the price of a fucking McChicken at California electrical prices. No, this does not fucking matter to anyone, Linus. This does not matter to me. This does not matter to gamers. It matters because you put a number on it and you go, oh, look how big this. Why don't you test in 100 years? What happens if they run that PC for 100 years, Linus? You'd end up with, what, $20,000 or something? What would that have been? So what is this, 5 years? What is this, 5 years? Why stop there, Linus?
Heavy load. Then
Let's stop there. People live for 100 years. People live for 100 years. Actually, probably 480, but let's go 80. You know, people are going to be using the same PC for 80 years, Linus. Let's go 145. 145.78 divided by 5. Oh my God. Which I had the number before, and then let's go multiply by 80. Oh my God. Over your course of your entire lifetime, you're going to be running this PC. You're going to spend $2,300 on power. Oh, jeez. Look at all that money. Look at the money. Look how much money that is. Yeah, fuck off. That doesn't matter.
A boring metric for data center architects to a serious consideration for enthusiasts.
Is there a way to change servers? I keep getting into Middle Eastern servers. I can't understand how them, and I don't understand me. You have to use a VPN. If you're talking about Overwatch, you have to VPN around. I use TorGuard, but you can use whatever you want. A lot of people use Nord.
Costing me today, Linus? Less than you think.
That's $2 per month,
AMD's
$250 per
M5
month.
platform took a lot of flack for being poorly positioned compared to Intel's relatively inexpensive LGA 1700 socket. They did have the benefit of a supposedly longer support roadmap, but AMD's record on that is imperfect these days at best, and the chips, the RAM, and the motherboards were very expensive. Nowadays, though, the story is quite different. A solid B650 board is going to run you around $200 US. 16 gigs of high-speed DDR5 will set you back under 100, and the fastest gaming chip on the block, the 7800X3D, is going to cost you $450. Throw in a GPU and some other bits and bobs, and you're looking at an absolutely killer machine for less than $1,500.
Anyways, the power argument's blown out of comparison. I think maybe if it's, cooking an extra 400 watts or something like that, maybe it'd start mattering, but that I don't think, and I don't think that has anything to do with, like if it's using 400 watts of power, I don't think that has anything to do with the power bill, because it won't actually be that much, because you don't game on your PC that much, and it's not running Prime 95. So even at 400 watts, what's going to matter is the heat it's dumping into your room, which is going to warm up your room, and then you're going to have to use AC or your room's going to get hot. You'll notice that. That'll matter. But at the end of the day, the whole price, the saving money, no, that doesn't matter.
Motherboards and DDR4 memory. I wouldn't say then that Intel is down for the count, but they do need to counter.
And that's also probably why Intel overclocked the stuff, you know, the 13900K, because it really doesn't matter.
Almost as
and I
hard
think gamers
as a
really
reason
understand
to
that.
Segue to our sponsor.
Thanks to Mine for sponsoring. Knowing about
Check out our video on the 7900 and 7950X3D.
Yeah, so this review is what you'd expect. Their numbers are kind of different than everyone else. I mean, the X3D is still performing better than everything else, but it doesn't look the same way other people's graphs do with the GN. Gamers Nexus, Hardware Unboxed, or Tech Power Up is where I'd say you should go instead. So, I don't know. But yeah, no, my guess is someone told everyone else that Linus was putting an efficiency segment into his video. He had a leak that Linus is doing an efficiency segment, because that's the only reason I can think that they did what they did. It's like half the video is talking about power consumption. Where is it? There's that one earlier too. They talked about power earlier on too. Maybe it's not half the video. They had a power consumption segment here. Once again, I don't think it matters at all. Just different numbers, and when you have relatively flat graphs, different numbers make things look better. So, like you're doing more work or something like that. Okay, let's move along, guys. I have to make an Overwatch 2 video later on tonight. I'm going to put this here so I remember, because I can't do it while I stream anymore. Let's take a look at the Reddits, guys, and then we're going to play some Gamazes. Half the time your PC is running idle, yeah, unless you turn off C states, it uses no power. For some reason, his little comparison there was including an hour of encoding. I don't even fucking do an hour encoding. What do you think people are doing? Maybe someone does productivity, then it starts mattering. That's the same thing as a data center, right? But for most people, no, people are not running their computer for an hour hardcore on like Prime 95 Blender. That's not happening. They play games. Now you could make a statement about video games for sure. And probably jump it up from 2 hours to 4 hours per day. I think that would be maybe 3 hours, because a lot of casual players don't play daily, and then maybe it's like 3 hours throughout the week, right? Maybe on 5 days a week, so maybe 15 hours a week. But yeah, no, that they tried to make a mountain out of a molehill, guys. Yeah, I don't know. Your best case scenario, I think, is to go to Europe. I don't know where the EU servers are for Overwatch. You'd have to figure that out, and then figure out where to VPN to. AMD Zen 5 CPU is scary fast according to performance numbers from the actual father of Zen. Okay. There was pre-release leaks about the new Zen 5 CPUs coming out later this year. That's not true. Yep. AMD cuts Ryzen 9 prices, unfortunately. Hardcore gamers are playing 7-9 hours a day. You don't have that much time in the day. I mean, if you're working, what does that leave? I guess maybe if you have 9 hours in your day, assuming you're working a job, I guess the weekend would apply for more time, right? I don't know. That'd be tough. That's like a lifer. What's that really old fucking game where you push buttons on an inventory screen constantly? RuneScape. That's like old school, like some RuneScape grinder there. That, like, I don't know if they're a bot or a person. Like, you can't tell. Gussie New Eglaw scalping. Marketplace. It's like Amazon. It's disgusting that Amazon allows the scalping or whatever. It's just it's not Newegg. It's a different vendor. It's a marketplace. Newegg has a marketplace now instead of just everything sold by Newegg, like Amazon. Disable the 7950X 3D CCD priority. Oh. Someone literally took what I posted in a different form and posted it to Reddit. I've tried posting this yesterday a couple different times, exactly this, and Reddit would not allow me to post it. It kept auto-modding my post, and I messaged the admins and the moderators, and no one responded to it. It's literally this. It's literally this fucking exact same topic, guys, and literally just someone took what I posted in a different thread, made a cruder version of it, and then posted it to Reddit. Because I'm literally the only one that's been talking about this. I have it in a couple different places. I think I have it on Tech Power Up. I have it on... Let me check. Overclockers. And then also on Guru 3D. And then on Twitter. I also made a Twitter post, so... Yeah. You can also disable CPPC in the BIOS. You can't to deactivate the core performance counter. No, that's not an option. High performance power mode, prefer frequency BIOS, that doesn't work. Turn off game mode, that should do it, does not. Assign manually where it goes with process idle, that doesn't work. It puts them on the cores, but then it also prefers certain cores in the first place. It? Not it either. That's also not it. I generally don't downvote people, but people presenting solutions that aren't... This guy at least he said he's not sure. These guys are acting like they are sure, but they aren't answers that work, so... Good. Scalping so stupid. Remember what's happening to the PS5 launch? I'm pretty sure PS5s are still getting scalped. I think Sony intentionally has not kept up with demand to make them more desirable than they actually are. I'm pretty sure PS5s still get scalped. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And by the way, they could 100% make sure that you're not a bot by doing a couple different things. They could make sure that you're using a unique credit card or banking information, not allow gift cards, depending on the level that they want to lock the product down, not allow people to use gift cards or prepaid credit cards. They remove that. They don't allow you to ship to P.O. boxes and one per address. That would lock down a lot. And then they can lock out shipping centers too, because there are specific areas, reshippers, that you can send to get around the shipping restrictions. So there's a lot of things. If they were actually legitimate about their concerns to get the product into the hands of people that, like, you know, actual people, they could do it. They don't, though. Instead, you have to buy special scalping software. That's the way it goes. Instead, you have to be one of the people that scalps. Obviously not to resell it, but just because you want it in the first place. So, yeah. They 100% could get around that. They don't. There's a lot of ways of dealing with that. But here we are, so. Yeah, there's if you guys are curious, if you live outside the US, there's reshipping facilities that will ship around the world. So even if a vendor does not sell to your country, you can actually use a reshipping facility to ship to you, basically, somewhere else in the world, which is actually pretty nice. If you don't live in the US and you're basically restricted to US prices, that's a pretty nice thing. But most people do not have access to that. DVD Reddits. Developer update. I think we covered this. Is this a new one? April 5th. This is new. Maybe we'll take a look at this tomorrow. We aren't going to do this tonight. I'm already pretty late, so. I want to play some games tonight here still. And then I had a bunch of shit going on before I streamed, too. Alright, guys. I'm not going to make an Overwatch video, or I'm not going to do the video right now because I can't. We're going to play Gamazes here. I have a new motherboard on the way, guys. Maybe it'll help deal with some of my weird nuance issues that I'm running into with this chip right now. But the main thing I want to get away from is this guy right here, which is a USB sound card. And what was the other thing? Oh, it has an Intel NIC in it, too. That'll allow me to do that, so. USB sound cards are no bueno. They work probably for normal folks, does not work for me. USB sound cards can cause weird crack popping issues with the buses on and just weird shit in general, so. Okay, I'm going to wash my coffee cup out, guys, and we're going to play Gamazes. Huh. Okay, you're back. Ah. Mm-hmm. Trying this guy, guys. It's called a Kriegel. I've had them before. This one is a chocolate one. I think I prefer the ones with fruit in them. Kind of tastes like what you'd imagine a soggy donut tastes like, which actually isn't super horrible. Yeah, I guess the best way of describing it is a soggy donut. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Change categories. We're gonna actually play games here. Yeah. Depending on where you live in the world, I know it kind of sucks depending on who you're grouped with. You have to basically use a VPN. It's probably the best way of getting around stuff like that. There might be an official way to change servers, but I don't know of it. VPN's just the easiest go-to. Guys, this upgrade, I've taken my CPU and my motherboard out of my computer probably like 5 times. I'm still not done. So like yesterday, guys, like this thing started out pretty good, and then they went to shit. It's doing pretty good again. They went to shit, and I started futzing and changing stuff again. Just every time it happens, I just gotta change more shit. I don't know. Replugging my mouse also seems to make a difference. I don't know why it does, and it shouldn't. It's probably a Windows problem. Or a USB problem. Or both. Oh, I need my hand cam. What am I doing to you guys? I know you want to look at my fingers. You want to look at the artwork known as my hand cam. I know. It's beautiful. Take a look. Oh, isn't that good? Get to watch it not move. It's pretty good. I wouldn't say this is quite the same as Pink Mercy. That's pretty good, though. This might one-up Pink Mercy. I don't think it's the right clientele, though. Maybe. Would the same group of Pink Mercies grab the Pearlescent Bridget? Who would Mercies also alternate to? If they don't play Mercy, who would they pick? Moira, maybe? Moira does not have the same physique as Mercy does, and the same kind of ambience. But she's also relatively easy to play. Lucio is, but Lucio's a guy, so he doesn't count. Moira's easy to play, but does not cater to the good side like Mercy does. Kiriko, maybe. Bridget's probably a pretty close to Mercy in terms of what people would swap to if they weren't playing Mercy. Like if their Mercy's taken, they'd probably just leave, but if they can't leave. By the way, this store has possibly the worst organization I've ever seen. There should be a landing page, and then there should just be an easy way of sorting stuff based on heroes. This is not it. This is not how you organize a store. You have a picking, just like League of Legends, you have a way of picking out skins and heroes and quality of skins. This is not how you sort your store, Blizzard. You have a landing pad. This is good for a landing pad. Other than this, though, this is not good. This is not where you want to be. I should easily be able to peruse your entire catalog at whim. Not just, oh, look at the couple heroes here. Sort of shit. You should be able to peruse the entire catalog, including stuff that you is not currently available. And be like, oh, check back soon. It might be here. That's not how you make a store, Blizzard. Brig's about to be meta? Yeah, Pearlescent Brig. That's the whole reason we're going to see new Brigs now, is because of Pearlescent Brig. You got it. Mercy mains have to play something when Mercy's taken. Maybe Blizzard should just allow 2 Mercies in the game. To be perfectly honest. And then just nerf the abilities of Mercy when 2 are present. Like only one. Res shares a cooldown with each other. It's only Mercy that is allowed to have 2 of the same hero. Just Mercy, guys.
I don't think so.
Ooh, spicy. Like I said, I've been changing shit around. I honestly don't think it even makes sense. I think there's something I'm changing in my computer that just kind of shits itself at some point, and then I have to change it again. I don't even think it matters, really. I'm just changing enough options where it causes something to reset somewhere. I don't know. Like I said, it's just... Now it seems just like I need to move my mouse port around. Like, just change what it's plugged into. Which doesn't make sense, but... Here we are. Also, for all you haters out there saying my cam's fake, look at that. Look at that. Oh my god, it's flying. It's flying. Good.
These days, being myself is exciting.
I do think they need to limit the amount of repeat voice lines you hear. It's not as bad as it was. I think it might be based on if everyone's heard the voice line, they'll play a lot less, but if someone in the group hasn't heard the voice line before, it'll play more often. That one I've heard quite a bit. Like at the beginning when Overwatch 2 first came out, you're hearing the same fucking voice lines for the first like 2 months. Buddy. Fuck off. Genji on my dick. Somewhere. Oh, I set up my voice mind, by the way. I have a new voice now.
Yes.
I got rid of acknowledge, which is basically just yes anyways. I guess acknowledge is more of a neutral yes. Hey, buddy. Oh, he's gonna try and one-tap me. Oh, we got out of that. He gets really accurate, and then he misses a bunch of shots, and then gets really accurate. We're gonna get 2-tapped at some point here. Do I have it? No. She had Diva Matrix left. I think the best case scenario you can do with Q is basically just to... You can't bleed the Diva out. You have to go where the Diva's not watching and dump it and kill someone. By the way, guys, that's a bad ult right there. If you guys didn't notice that, me ulting was worse than not ulting at all. Because I got killed and I got no picks. Which is why you guys will oftentimes see me not ult at all. No. Hey, guys. No. I can hear him creeping around. Yeah. He misses a lot of shots. There might be hit reg issues. It feels like he's hitting shots and they just aren't registering. 2-tap. Okay. We got the fucking... Yeah, the Diva on my dick right now, too. That Mercy's trying, guys. Yeah, it looks like he has hit reg issues, which probably means he's not from our continent.
Repositioning.
Uh-huh. My God, Mercy. Got head tapped again.
Returning to battle.
Uh-huh. Almost like we're getting focused here, guys.
Shake it off. Best round.
The rest of the team to do stuff, and they aren't doing stuff. Good evening, Arm.
Score 0-1.
There's a problem kind of with, I don't know, maybe low-end games in general, is if you are someone that's attempting to carry, and the other team is smart, and I had this in even Overwatch 1, this is just human behavior. If you're attempting to carry and they know that you're doing work, all the enemy team has to do is fuck you. And then it's incredibly easy for 4 people to fuck 1 person in a game like this. Or in a MOBA, it's the same thing. They basically just dial you down, and then it fucks your entire team, and then people act like you're the reason that they lost.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Good?
1. Round 2. Capture.
MOBAs also have that issue. It's easier to identify in MOBAs.
Repositioning.
Uh-huh. Yep. It is very easy for D.Va literally just to dump her cooldowns on 1 person and kill them. It doesn't matter who you are, by the way. They can do it to anyone.
Don't stay down.
Mm-hmm. And our entire team did absolutely nothing while that was going on.
The objective is now active.
I am empowered.
Yeah?
Taking off.
Probably gonna see it again. That probably means what I should be doing is saving my E for the D.Va when she charges me. Notice how they're all firing at me and looking at me? Yep.
The threat emerges. Actuating the barrier.
Like, literally their entire fucking team. Good. D.Va's charging me. Oh.
Over there.
Establishing aerial position.
There we go. And he got rid of my shield. Uh-huh. And 2-tip. That's not good. Hey, buddy. And you went too fast. This is a pre-made, and they're trying to dump on me constantly. Hey, 4 people at least?
Making another approach. Aerial
I
position.
think the only one that might not be in the group is the Sojourn. Uh-huh. The moment I looked away, she immediately turned around. 100% on voice comms. Yep.
I don't want to talk about it.
Maybe it's a 5-man. Not that it really matters. We're just gonna wait till this ends. This is a loss no matter what. Like, basically, we need a fully formed team to do this. They have a pre-made. Really doesn't matter what level. The lower the MMR, the harder it is to actually play with solos. So. Oh my god, is our tank doing something? Yeah. Good. You're in a pre-made, dude. Settle down.
Shake it off.
I think we could actually check. I think we're gonna do that.
Be advised.
All right. Let's see.
This ends now.
Yeah, that's 100% a pre-made and probably from outside the U.S. What did I avoid on accident? Okay. That is a complete pre-made? Oh, these guys are probably cheating too. Look at this. These are all endorsement 1. Not that anything really looks sus in there. It's mainly the Diva constantly hopping on my dick. It definitely felt like the Cassidy had something going on there, but he kept getting hit reg issues on me. So this is a complete pre-made, and very possibly from outside the US. Which also makes it even more sus. Good shit, guys. By the way, I've started checking now. Like, I literally don't care. Because people like that will immediately drop group and act like they aren't in a group unless you check. First thing I did, that's a 5-stack. First thing I did was check. Bunch of dumbasses. We don't have any advantage. We never play in groups. We would play in a group in Overwatch. At least you can do that in this game. You can't do that in Dead by Daylight. Literally a fucking 5-stack constantly focusing me. And then they act like hot shit at the end of the game. Hey, buddy. There we go. Wow, game's a lot fucking easier when I don't have 5 people on my dick constantly. I'm sure we'll have people on my dick. Oh, I should have punched that. I'm sure we'll have people on my dick. But it's not going to be a 5-stack. Well, maybe it is a 5-stack. We'll not know. But
Heads up. Incoming.
completely unnecessary, but... Almost. Someone was healing me. E. There's the E key, guys. E. That's almost as good as Dead by Daylight. I don't know if that hasn't turned into a meme yet, because it is. Yeah. Reg miss. Gotta go for it. Gotta go. Oh my god, I started. Pretty sure the McCree's cheating. I don't know though. Because we only got 2 kill cams because we played for half a match. Next game. Alright. Do you think we can get a normal game? Let's find out. Huh. Wait, is that a way of you can... Oh, it's enough time in the match.
Welcome to Oasis. Prepare for battle.
Oh.
Select your hero.
Next game, guys. Good, good, good.
Strike from above.
So you're going with gold? Overwatch.
Isn't that what you want?
What I want never should have mattered to begin with.
Shouldn't have. Such a mama's girl, Farah. Good evening, Steven. Steven sucks. I'd agree.
3, 2, 1.
Mainly Robs. Robs are always assholes.
Work as a team, everyone.
And they have a Mercy. Good.
On the move. Looking better already. Health restored. Enemy here. I don't think so.
We're gonna get bombed here in a second.
Over here.
Not even the Widow, it's Anna. I can't even fucking shoot at the Farah because of the Anna.
Enemy over here.
Where's our friend Anna? Did we get her? She jumped. We did. So when you're in the air, you inherit a lot more momentum than when you're on the ground. If you didn't know that. A lot more energy, momentum. So if I shoot you when you're in the air, you fly super far. Okay.
Enemy here. Repositioning.
Huh. And pre-aim.
Always more to learn. Found an enemy. Hey. Increasing altitude.
Sniper, be wary.
And by the way, I like the comeback they have immediately is you don't have friends. That's why we play in a group. Putting aside the whole advantage they gain from being it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Like they know that they have a huge advantage and they just don't care anymore. Jig is up. She has to go in. Doesn't really matter. Should have been closer to the ground. I did that so I could get away from the people in the air. No. I could go higher.
Talk about it.
Healing fortified.
Cool.
Over here.
Cool. Uh-huh. You under res? Pre-mid?
Returning to battle. Increasing altitude.
Huh. That's the Widow, mind you.
My head's in the game.
Just fucking healing anyone that I... Yeah. They're just playing around me. This is a pre-made.
Shake it off.
Was that 3 people? Blizzard doesn't tell you who's in a group, but you can figure it out regardless. That's lovely. I love that trick. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. I think the Zarya's cheating too. But yeah. She's cheating. Yeah. Good. Occasionally you'll see tanks that cheat. We've seen all sorts of weird shit. We've seen Reinhardt's with aimbots. Well, with projectile aimbot. We've seen Winston with aimbots. But it's usually Zarya.
Beginning calibration of anterior gyroframe.
I bet they come up with all sorts of fucking excuses. Yeah, whatever. They're literally playing counter me right now, so we're gonna call them out. Like group counter me. Got. Still killed them. And it looks like the Ana's cheating too. Yeah. Pretty sure Ana's also cheating. The Zarya's definitely cheating. And then there's the Widow. This isn't the Widow. The Widow's on Ashe. This guy might also be cheating.
Okay, my head's in the game.
Not up. Yep.
Making another approach. Into the air.
Why not? Uh-huh. The fuck was that? Why would you do that? She literally expected the Zarya to bubble her right there. Yeah. Yeah? Good ult. He just tried to me too me and failed. Good for him. Oh, the revenge kill though. Cheating. Round 2.
Let's show him some air power.
Yeah, we got some revenge kills in here. Probably gonna 2-tap me here, which is fine. No, 3-tap. He's literally flicking away from the... He's literally flicking away from people. And still snapping to him. Ah, good shit. Yep. Yeah, so we got multiple cheaters in this match. I think it's 3 3 people were cheating? I don't remember who was in the group. Who's the invite for? So the ones I think are cheating is... I don't know about the Ash, which was the Widowmaker. Some stuff in there was sus, but it could just been good shots. This guy is definitely cheating, which is the McCree. The Anna's also cheating, as is the Zarya. Let's take a look at... Oh, we can't scroll back that hard. Can't scroll back that far. All right. Yeah. Anna, we didn't see looking, wall looking. The McCree was also wall looking. No, he's endorsement 1 though. No. So after we started pushing them back to spawn, guys, that's when they toggled on. It was literally right then. It's usually the case, is when you get... If they know that they're at a complete disadvantage, they'll usually toggle. Or if they see, like, you playing with Pharah, they'll also toggle. Pharah's 100% cheater bait. We're gonna see the Anna wall looking, though. Yeah. And Widowmaker / Ash might have just had some good hits, I guess.
Strike from above.
Good shit, guys. Lovely. I mean, I could go back in the stream and look to see who was able to accept the invite. It's a phenomenal... I'm going to do that more often. I literally don't care if people see me inviting them to check groups. That's a great trick. All you have to do is drop group. It's not like you're playing with them all the time, so it doesn't matter. I've had guys so many times when I've mentioned that people are in groups, they'll say, nuh-uh. I've had so many times, it's like Dead by Daylight all over again, where they'll pretend that they're not in a group. And I am basically 2 for 2 so far where we've checked tonight, where one was a 5 squad and that was a 3 stack, so, yeah. We aren't gonna, we won't give them reason to hate me immediately. I was gonna ask if they think that Blizzard should tell you when people are in groups again. Good.
Strike from above.
No unnecessary risks.
You're an unnecessary risk. You have too many lovers, Mercy. What happens if they sacrifice themselves just to save you? Falling on the sword.
I am empowered.
But all the lives you're putting at risk just by being here.
4, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Aerial positioning. Incoming. Stay away of your means.
Not in the right spot.
My damage spell is upon you.
Messed it up. Almost. Hey, buddy. There's a McCree. Lovely. I didn't get my voice line. That wasn't meant for me. That was definitely not meant for me.
Always more to learn. Up and away.
It's actually pretty amazing how many people try to kill you when you ult as Pharah, even if you're shooting at them. I'm not even joking. I'd say it's like maybe 30% of my kills are coming from people that see me ulting and try to shoot me because I'm ulting instead of hiding. That's not the soldier. Holy fuck, I shooting the wrong guy, guys.
I've got you in my sights.
I don't know, I thought the McCree was the soldier, he's not.
Let's show him some air power. Repositioning.
My servants never die.
I look after my own. I need Rains from above. I am empowered.
It's gonna push Anna out. There's the Me Too. Anna's gonna be on my dick here soon, or the Pharah's, excuse me. There she is. Pharah's not a counter to Pharah, guys. I don't care how many times a Pharah kills me, because she'll eventually hit you with a shot. But you have to be right on top of someone's dick in order to try and kill someone as Pharah, which puts you in a disadvantageous position. Because you're over their lines, so, yeah. Meanwhile, if she's on my side... on my lines... Oh my god. Monkey, on the other hand, is countered Pharah. Really matter.
Making another approach. Repositioning. Fortified.
Now I gotta deal with McCree at the same time I have to deal with the Pharah. What fucking time is that reload, guys? Jesus fucking Christ. And there's a cube.
Score
Good.
1-0.
I hate to work on vacation.
Being oppressed, or not oppressed, being suppressed constantly also does not help things. That's the way it goes. So I guess in that regard, it's counter to Pharah, because I can't take, I have to constantly be aware of the other Pharah, and basically have a pissing contest with them, regardless of who wins. Just wastes time. Oh my god. 2 of those felt like they shot through them and did no damage. Yeah.
Taking the point, move it.
Jesus Christ.
The objective. Converge on me.
It feels like I'm shooting behind the guy. But some of the shots I feel like they're on there and on. So Pharah picked Pharah to counter me and then just stopped attacking me. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Where is... There she is. I really need that. There we go. There we go. Missed it. I just tried to land on the med kit. Good. Good plan, guys. Yeah, I missed it. Trying to land on the med kit from memory while Pharah is shooting at me. So that was basically my only option. I guess I could have turned around and then risked a back shot by flying in a straight line. People are definitely more accurate. There we go. And E. And now she's gonna res. We should have killed the Ana, or the Mercy. I don't know. I still think this is best case scenario. So if I don't kill the Mercy, or if I don't kill the Ana, we're gonna get insta-slept. So res worse than insta-sleep. No. Oh my god, the fucking timing. And now the McCree is shooting everything. Huh. Okay.
Always more to learn.
Dude. How the fuck are you still alive? Get the fuck out of here. No, excuse me, pardon me. And the McCree is hitting every shot when it matters. True cover. I think he's cheating. I think he toggles though. Also, he misses everyone else except for me. Good. That's really weird. That was right when it mattered too. Through foliage. Very good. McCree just hit 2 shots on me. Pretty sure the McCree's cheating. hit scan, hit reg, and then a hit.
Okay, my head's in the game.
Line of sight himself. Good. But you made it in the med kit? There we go. And double tap me again. McCree is definitely toggled. It looks like it's only on me though. He misses everyone else, but then he 2 taps and 3 taps me. Mainly 2 taps and then hit reg misses. And that started in round 2. When we were winning. Good.
You're dying me now. You're one of my finest experiments.
Good leadership makes all the difference.
Love it. Yeah. We have to worry about line of sight on the McCree. There you go. Oh.
Heat check confirmed.
So maybe we just, the idea here is I should just line of sight and kite them around rather than trying to go for kills and waste their time. Ah. Like, Bridget can heal me literally fucking anywhere. She has a ranged heal. Very tough to boop a Lucio. Okay. There's McCree again with a 3-tap. Free aim. He literally flicked away from me. So round 2 he's cheating. That I don't know. That looks relatively normal. So it could be, as I mentioned earlier, he toggles. Yeah, he's missing now. Look at all the misses he has now. Ah. Hey, buddy. Okay. I expect him to try and roll and hit me with the fucking E, and he doesn't do it. There he goes. Look at that fucking thing. Look how fucking far away he was. That Lucio wasn't friendly, mind you. Good. And by the way, so I don't need a. I'm actually them getting off fair, regardless of her killing me. Actually, has applied a lot less pressure to me, and now I can kind of do what I want because I don't have to worry about a fair having a pissing contest with me. Made sure to hit that one. It feels like he has like an aimbot on a toggle button. Cool out there. Round 2 is different. try and go after the healers. There we go. Both healers dead is basically the equivalent of the tank being dead, which is a win. No one talks about that. That's actually really important. I actually say it's better. It's more important than killing a tank, so... I'm pretty sure the McCree is cheating. Oh my god! Don't forget to thank your healers! We had a heal bot at one point. Alright. And then McCree. Round 3 did not look like he's cheating. Round 1 he was not cheating.
Traveling, prepare to attack. Select your hero.
I don't think he was that lucky. It'd be different if it's like 1 tap or 2 tap. Is every time there was a really important thing going on, he would 2 tap me before I was able to do it. Like getting to the point in time through bushes, through foliage. Yeah, pretty good there though. Considering the oppression we had going on. But yeah, we'll play Blizzard's game. If they don't want to tell you who is in groups, and we suspect there's a group, we're going to check with invite to party.
3, 2, over here. 1.
Missed. Revenge kill, yeah. I wonder if there's a setting, guys, if you make a cheat, and the moment someone gets picked, it increases your accuracy. Like as like a revenge, I don't know what you call it, revenge kills? Would it be a good idea? Just Anna. Or Anna healed us.
Airspace is closed. I'm on top of the world. Incoming.
Can they hear me still?
Was there any doubt? Press the attack. I don't think so.
But I shot the fucking wall. Guys, I want a fucking new monitor. I'm not gonna lie. I really want a new monitor. I want a new monitor. I'm done with Acer. I fucking hate Acer. You can suck my dick.
Okay, my head's in the game.
Like, computer parts. Hey, buddy. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Doop-a-doop-doop-doop. Doop-a-doop. Doop-doop. He fucking kicked me. He kicked me! That's for the kick. It wasn't actually. I thought I was going to be cheeky and actually kill both of them, but it didn't happen. Look at that! Look at that accuracy, guys! When my computer is behaving... Oh my god. When my computer behaves...
Increasing
It makes everything I've done worth it. I'm hitting fucking echoes directly, too? I think it's in the back. Hey, buddy.
A clean kill. Positioning.
I can't go up there. There he is. I heard him. I don't know where he was, though. Like, in terms of quality of life stuff, guys, that they could really do to make this game, obviously they aren't going to change the artistic style because that's like a pissing, that's an ego thing for them now. They're like, Overwatch 2 artistic style's good, regardless of the fact it's not. Fuck the artistic style in Overwatch 2 compared to 1. Putting that aside, if they improve the fucking sound, like, this game really needs it. The positional audio and then add HRTF, which it doesn't have, which is head-related transfer function. So you have 3D audio instead of 2D, because this is 2D audio. There's no vertical audio, so it's 2D. I think it'd actually be a huge deal, and then also add flying sounds to anyone in the air. Like, they just make, like, whistling sounds when you're in the air to give you an idea of where they are in relation to you. Also adding a healing radar. Something that would tell where people are hurt around healers, so they have better positional awareness. I mean, okay. Oh. Oh, she's in the back hall again. Christ. Like, she doesn't fucking make sound when she's falling or floating. She makes it when she first flies, but then when she floats, she makes no sound. Pharaoh makes sound all the time because in order for her to float, she has to use her jets. Mercy makes no sound when she's floating either. Why? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Baptiste makes no sound in the air. Not that really one matters. Genji makes no sound in the fucking air. Bastion is very accurate now. They should. There's a lot more flying heroes now than there used to be. Diva makes sound in the air because she has jets when she's flying. Fucking Moira's on me right now. By the way, ulting Echo's a bad idea because she turns back in and just flies away. I knew that was going to happen, but sometimes their flying is on cooldown and you get lucky. And other times you don't, and you die. Bad you can't cancel your ult as Pharaoh. Uh-huh. Okay. Didn't get the emote off. It's still pretty good accuracy-wise. Good.
Play of the game.
Why is it always people with weeb names that are evil? Not always, but a lot of them. We talked about this before. In Dead by Daylight, weebs are kind of like a secondary group. It's mainly the people with crass, objectionable, or kind of like very edgy names that cheat. In this game, I think it has a lot to do with the demographic. In this game, it is weebs. Oftentimes, it's the weebs that cheat. People with Naruto or, what was that guy's name? Baka. It's clearly, you know, relating to the Baka meme. There's Baka being silly and... Sir Dick Bone. See, in this game, this would be a guy that would cheat in Dead by Daylight. Endorsement orgy, guys, is so unfulfilling because whenever you see it just pop up that you lost rank, it shouldn't even tell you when you lose rank. It should only tell you when you rank up.
Now entering King's Row.
Because in order for you to maintain rank 3, guys, you have to get like 1 endorsement per match. What am I at? 3? Yeah, like I need to get one endorsement per match, which is actually relatively difficult. Good.
If we do this right, they won't even know what happened.
I want a new monitor. I want a new monitor. Fuck this Acer piece of shit. Never buying an Acer ever again. Because they fucking suck. Never had a dead pixel in my life till I bought an Acer. It's not even a dead pixel, it's a red pixel. If it's dead, it would be less annoying. Whenever there's something really dark on the screen, it turns on. Like right now, it's right below my left shift key. Left shift key. There's a little red pixel, and it's only on dark textures, which makes it even more noticeable. Die? Ha 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 ha. Holy fucking shit. I just got hit by a rock and then Kiriko at the same time. Fuck was that? Extreme unlucky is what that was, guys. Crazy. Thank you, Nurse Sombra. Bye. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Having a good med kit is actually incredibly important. Like this is actually very useful because healers aren't really paying attention to me, and when they do, I already can go heal myself. So if I can self-heal better at a med kit than I can by a healer, something's going on there. Bye. Yeah. Oh. Very neat ult. Hello. He's a knower. That's kind of weird. I see. I mean, if you're paying attention to me, you probably can figure out when I have an ult, but... At the beginning of the game, it's not really that big of a that difficult to track ults. It's later on. No, I don't want your aimbot grenade. Hey guys. Oh. Need to get away from the McCree and then chase the Mercy. There she goes. Ha! She has sensied my punch. Dude, concussion is so fucking worthless sometimes. No. No, we shouldn't. And then he 2-tap me. Mercy's still fine, but... He 2-tap me. Ah, that looked like he just fucking did something. Right before that happened, you think, oh, Snake Eyes got a report earlier. This is the guy that cheats periodically. When did that happen? That was at 3:54. This guy 100% cheats, but he toggles and tries to be really sneaky about it. Tries to be sneaky about it when he does. Yeah, he's definitely cheating. Look at that hard lock. Told you guys. I 100% told you guys last match we're in. It is only for round 2, is for half of the round where he was cheating. And he toggled right there. When we were pushing them into their spawn and when they couldn't kill me up top. No ego push.
Much better.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit to take the just to take the edge off. You see all different types, guys. That's pretty good. That adds more legitimacy to that report earlier. Pretty sure he's cheating.
Over here.
I should have pushed X, not F.
I don't stay down.
All different sorts.
Enemy showing up.
Far away. He knows how much health I had.
The skies await.
I was talking about the McCree knew how much health I had. He kept trying to get a fan the hammer shot on me just by spamming. Oh, that's good.
60 seconds remaining.
Everyone's here. Me. We have a DPS on our team that has done 1,400 damage, who has been outpaced by both of our healers. What?
Shake it off.
The fuck?
30 seconds remaining.
Do they have someone like that? No, even their Symmetra isn't that bad. Yeah. I don't have enough time to get healing, so. The healer used to play. I don't know what he's doing. But I said 354. I'm cheating. McCree is nice and balanced. McCree isn't that bad. Powers does this guy have? Like, I mean, that is, like, he very, very seldomly talks, but when he does, it's very noticeable. 2,000 hour account. I think this is actually a legit player. Like, not legit as in he's like a normal player, but rather it's not about account. I think that guy's literally just fucking around with fire, just to take the edge off things. That's curious, guys. Good. Yeah, and you wouldn't, I guess you wouldn't expect people to notice that. It happened twice already. It happened only for half of a round a couple games ago, and then just now. I think he's only toggled for maybe 4 minutes in there. So basically half the game. And it was when we pushed him into their spawn and that guy couldn't kill me above the point, I kept peeking him. You got a Lucio rollout. They definitely need to make pings more responsive. When you can use voice to be more responsive than pings. I'm gonna... Huh! Where I had more HP left. I think I was at 40 when I looked. Huh. Almost made it.
We're outnumbered.
Oh.
Be advised.
Didn't Mercy literally... No, 2 HP.
All systems nominal.
Good.
Increasing altitude. Taking the point, moving.
Oh, I'm out of steam. Thanks for coming back. We get up? Yeah. Out of juice, guys. Oh, almost 2-tap. Sure. That's an accurate McCree. I believe that is a tracer. Which was, yeah, the tracer. Looked like he looked over prior to me stop firing my missiles, even when I turned, even though the missiles are still approaching his position. Yeah, McCree I think's cheating. Good. Given how accurate it is, I don't think it's a good idea to go around the side. Huh. Bye. Oh my god. And a boosted Q. And I'll... Good. I could have probably booped him earlier.
Take the objective. Attack the objective.
Oh, I just gotta go for it and die. Hey look, he insta-killed me. Cool. No line of sight on chests, so we probably can banister him. Hiding my chest and head means he can't lock to me. Bone machine bots, even though they're a good idea, are incredibly uncommon. It is usually a lock point on your chest and head. Based on my experience. Even though bone machine bots are superior. They look more natural. Well, natural as something crawling all over your body, but not actually leaving your body. Who's chasing kills? You suck my dick. I'm literally doing the best in the fucking game and he wants me to switch? You can fuck off. Holy fucking shit. Don't play it against Hitscan even though you're basically doing the best on our team. Obviously you could play Reaper and do just as good. No, that's not the way that works. Trying to get an angle on me. He's cheating once again. We're going to play angles like that. Background side. Yep. He has a hard on for me right now. Both of them! Both of them! We're just shooting at me! Like they're waiting for me to come up from the pillar while my teammates surrounded and killed them. That's hilarious. So if they're that aggressive looking for kills, we're just going to play angles, and hopefully we can get our teammates to kill them by cutting them through our team. Like, look at this. He's just trying to hop on my dick right now. Yeah. Nope, they're just full pushing me at the same time. So McCree I definitely know is cheating. I don't know about the other guy. We'll see. That's fucking hiding behind the center pillar. Well, they're both shooting at the pillar and throwing dynamite at it. Oh, that's good. They're still trying to kill me. I don't think like the guy that asked me to switch, I don't think understands that I'm actually armor for the team. Because they're spending so much time trying to kill me, you know, that's time they aren't shooting at them, so. Obviously, it's a still picture. Who would play at really high sensitivity, right? It's actually just a GIF. Got one. Now there's another one. That's not where we want to be. Actually, it is where we want to be. Not where we want to be. I play at 8600 DPI and I think 38 sensitivity. And I would play at higher DPI and lower sense if there was an option to do so. Most high DPI mice suck and they don't work well, fortunately. It's like playing with fire whenever you try to increase your DPI. Did we get him? Nope. Hey, buddy. They didn't even notice, regardless how accurate they are, that like they didn't even know I was over there. Can I get back? There we go. Hey, buddy. Baptiste showed up. Their entire team's trying to kill me. I don't know why you'd ever taunt me. Huh.
Shake it off. On the move.
Also, both their DPS were completely oblivious to me being behind them, shooting them. But for some strange reason, when I'm in front of them, they seem to know exactly where I am. Very weird. Ha 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 ha! There's the aimbot grenade. Almost. You see the respawn? I probably could have survived that if I hit that. This guy's 100% cheating. He's literally fucking looking at me. He just tried to shoot me before I fucking came around the corner, guys. Yeah. Yeah, he literally fired into the wall as I was eating away. Preempting he's showing up. It was sound. It was obviously sound. Yeah, so that guy, I don't know about the soldier. This guy, I mean, they're definitely a duo queue, you can just tell here, but I don't know about the soldier. The McCree was definitely cheating though. He was very obvious. What do you mean? I don't need a new account. Teehee. And Baptiste also was kind of weird there, but we only got one kill cam. We are not going to watch photos on him. So the weird thing is, guys, if people cheat and like they're doing like a focus cheating, nothing to do with me streaming, by the way. They probably have no idea that I stream, but rather focus cheating as in they're only using cheats on a singular person. You will have very sporadic kill cams or even just information generally if we look at the replay. And as such, it's not even worth the time to go through that. Soldier might be cheating. The McCree is definitely cheating, though. I called that way before we even saw that. Well, I mean, there's only, even if you see the profile, there's only so much you can tell, right? So you can buy accounts. This is important to point out. You can buy accounts for $3, a verified account for $3. You can get accounts with GM history for $20 to $40. And of course, you can also buy top 500 accounts. You can buy level 1,000, 5,000 accounts. They're all for sale. So even looking at their stats, that doesn't mean jack shit. The only, like, I'll go through their stats occasionally to see how young their account is, if I do, and compare their accuracy compared to what we saw in the match. Like Anna's that are 100% accurate, for instance, and then they're recorded like 60% accuracy. Top 500 Anas are 60% accurate, but they hit every single shot on me out of like 20 shots. No misses. Yeah. But this guy's definitely cheating. What do you mean? I don't need a new account. And it is very, if you guys are kind of curious about that and you're like, nah, no one cheats this game, it is very easy to cheat at this game. Just type Overwatch cheats in Google. I don't think that's too far outside the ordinary of showing you the secret backroom hacks. No, you just type Overwatch cheats into Google and you literally get working cheats. That's the state the game's in, so. Let's see. Yeah, that was... He literally shot at me before I came around the corner after concussioning. You can say what you want about positional audio in the game, and that's how he saw me, but... no. A concussion is another thing, too. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, he will. Because basically, this is why gamer ID needs to be a thing, where basically your real-life ID is linked to a gamer ID. And then whenever you get banned in a game, it's linked to your actual person, right? I mean, people could... You could still fake stuff like that, like you can also do identity theft with like social security numbers and shit. It's just it's much more difficult than it is right now. Right now, you literally have stuff that can block hardware bans, you can spoof hardware IDs, and you don't need to worry about hardware bans. So, yeah. I'm sure that guy's gonna find out shortly, but I gotta take a piss real quick here, guys. I'll be right back in a second. Farah is 100% cheater bait. She is so good at bringing out cheaters, it's not even funny. I've played other heroes in Overwatch 2 since starting. I don't just play Farah since coming back. No one does it nearly as good as Farah. It has something to do with PTSD from comp from people being unable to shoot her. Putting aside even having to Mercy heal you, she is 100% the most hated character in the game. It's not Roadhog prior to his nerfs, it is literally Farah. But called that shit out immediately. The moment we saw that in round 1, yeah, that they're cheating, spot on. There needs to be like a full-size image for that when you blow up turrets. It's really important, and it's a thankless job. Hey, buddy. You missed. Well, actually, they didn't miss, but it wasn't a one-shot. No. The fire strike? No, I got arrowed. That looked personal. What? Ooh. What? I literally just shot at half their team. More than half their team. Dying's personal. I don't know why your team's playing so far back. Got him. I really needed a heal there, and neither healed me. Not only is our team playing super far back, they're also very passive on heals. Like we should be pushing them up to the corner. Oh my god, someone else has pressed the attack bound. Don't have time for the turret. Like that's a big deal. Where's my turret killing award at the end of this? What? Why are you? No, we shouldn't group up with you in the back line. No, that's not the way it should work. Yeah. They kept trying to retreat to right in front of our spawn. Why would you do that? Oh, I mean, we just came in and basically won that for them, so. Just like in MOBAs, guys, there's a lot of really cool stuff as far as strategy and tactics you can learn from MOBAs. I spent a lot of time playing HOTS. I don't recently because I've been trying to nail down my performance issues with my computer, which I think we're getting to the bottom of. My accuracy, as you guys can see, is pretty good. We still have matches where we're suppressed, and that hurts my accuracy, but some nights are just it's really good, and other nights it's not really, and I don't understand that, but we'll figure it out. And it's not just games; it's like just an entire night. But anyways, talking about MOBAs, there's strategies and tactics you can learn from MOBAs, like little kind of key information. There are people that are super risk apprehensive and they spam the retreat button, and it actually causes people to retreat even if you're in a good position or a good engagement. And that does a couple really bad things. One, it basically if you imagine someone guys being on a battlefield and screaming retreat while you're in the middle of battle. What happens when that happens is everyone starts getting routed and running away. You suffer attrition losses while running away. So if everyone's like, yeah, let's retreat, let's fall back, retreat, you know, even though you're in a good position, no matter what, it causes basically people to move their lines back, and it's not clean. It is very rare to have a clean retreat, especially in fucking video games. With our well-disciplined troops in video games, it is very, very rare to have a clean retreat. And as such, you'll suffer basically attrition along the way. People will die. Depending on how much deaths mean to you, in this game it doesn't matter as much as MOBAs, because in MOBAs when you die you give the enemy experience and then gold, which actually matters a lot. In this game deaths don't matter nearly as much unless you're a tank, because tanks actually apply... Oh, this is the forced 5-stack. This is a 5-stack of tryhards that hate me. Okay, we got one. is squelched. Alt accounts. Oh, let's play into it, and then if we get people that cheat, we're gonna squelch them, which is what I normally do, and then report them. So we've definitely run into multiple. The reason I squelch people has nothing to do with them just being angry or saying mean things. Rather, it's because you can see when they get a new account because they got banned. And a couple of these guys I've seen on a relatively regular occasion, which is why they hate me, mind you.
The basketball courts later.
Sure, but I don't play without stakes.
Likewise. What are you willing to lose?
Someone's actually rubbing my dick right now. Look at that.
I've never lost.
Yes.
5, 4, 3.
Hello.
1.
Once again, it's not... That guy is shit-talking. We've definitely seen on... I think I've reported them a couple times. Reported one of them. We're probably gonna die instantly here. Yep. Called that shit. So this guy's probably cheating, we'll see. So we'll just keep running into it. This is probably going to be a loss. As I mentioned before, this is basically a hate squad, if you can imagine that. That's it. Yeah. Then he tried to get an angle on me. Is he pre-aiming? No, he pre-aimed earlier, though.
Always more to learn.
No, our tank's not actually doing anything. Or is he waiting for me? Dude, if you don't kill that guy, holy fuck. Oh. Like, I couldn't have an angle on him because we booped him back. Two-tapped again. This guy's definitely cheating. I don't know about the other guys in the squad, though. That's like 100% accuracy there, guys.
Stay down.
Good. So report them at the end of the match. We're probably going to get bitched at some point to swap characters. No.
All systems nominal.
That was really weird. It was like I just dropped off a building.
No one can hide from my sight.
Oh. And by the way, the only reason we're staying this match is so we can get this guy banned. This guy's 100% accurate on me. He missed a shot on the other guy, though.
Making another approach. Let the Kitsune guide you. Moving to pain. You better stay out of range.
Hey, we do this. Alright. Good. That's probably one of the best ults we're going to get this game. That's pretty good. Good job, Monkey. No. Monkey's pretty good. Good for him. He's actually missing shots now, so it looks like he toggled off the bank accuracy. No, he's still 100% accurate on me. No, he's not.
Returning to battle.
Yep. Has to get that cheeky last hit in there. Yeah. He had no line of sight on me at all when he moved to the bottom to look at me through the wall. Through the cart. Good. Mm-hmm. Yep. And the turret's just to be annoying. He's pre-aiming again. Mm-hmm. Can't even fucking shoot my feet. Shot my feet once. Mm-hmm. They're just sitting back, and I think what they're trying to do right now is trying not to give me kill cams by letting the turret kill me. No. That's purely for me. Good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He fucked up. Yeah. Oh, he's angry now. He wants that kill. You deserve that kill. No. Good luck. Dude. How the fuck can my teammates not kill him? That's funny. He had literally 2 HP. Huh. Mm-hmm. That's just for me. Surprise, guys. Apparently you didn't kill me enough. Yeah. Good.
Let's get the payload going.
There's an enemy.
Yep. Trying to shoot people through walls. Good. Or pillars. Yeah, I was going to say it'd be kind of weird if they let us win. So, what we have is basically up to P1, and then it looked like he periodically toggled after that point, and then it was from P2 to P3. Good. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. We're gonna bait. Yeah, he's really just trying to kill me. Hey, buddy. Uh-huh. Yeah, so this guy's definitely cheating P1 to P2, excuse me, P0 to P1, and then from P2 to P3. Yeah. He's just trying to drive up my desk. Alrighty. I don't know about anyone in the match, but it didn't matter. Literally. Imagine being good at cast. That wasn't being good at cast. That was insta-killing me over and over again while looking at me through walls. Good. Hey, Aaron, how's it going? Pretty good. You run into some cheaters, but otherwise that's pretty normal, so...
Arriving at Coliseum. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Okay. Once again, I don't think that has anything to do with them knowing I stream. Rather, it's just people being assholes. Holy shit, it is 4:30, guys. Oh my god. Unfortunately, we are not going... That's going to be the last game. Unfortunately, we are not going to have comeback game, because we will, but... we actually go to bed. So, or eat dinner, actually. Not go to bed just yet. Status quo, guys. Alrighty. I'm out here for this evening, though, guys. Tomorrow will be more of the OW2s, so you guys have that to look forward to. Not to look forward to. We run into games like that. There is a select group of people that really hate me, not necessarily me as a streamer, but they know me playing fair. Once again, this game should have stream snipe protection. It does not. This game does not have stream snipe protection. Whatever shit mode they added, like 2 months ago, that's not stream snipe protection. If they can see my name changes are $10 a piece, regardless you guys see them. Name changes are $10 a piece. I can't rotate my username, so me as a person, I can't even try to protect my own identity because Blizzard charges you for it. So, yeah. Yeah, there's no anonymity mode. There is no... there's no features to help you out. You can't even manually change your username. And if I did, it would be my entire Battle.net account. So... yeah, like not just for the game. I'd have to change my entire Battle.net account, which is also kind of problematic because, you know, imagine people on my Battle.net account knowing me and this just being one of my games that I own on my Battle.net account, right? Yeah, so here we are. Anyways, there's a hate squad that occasionally I run into of people that, let's see, in the prior game. This is a 5-man, by the way. Every single one of these guys are grouped together. These guys and then this guy are all grouped together. Don't care if he's a Contenders player. Good for him. As I mentioned, he toggles on and off, and particularly P0 to P1, and then from P2 to P3. Like, I literally give no shits on anyone's status or how many hours they have in the game or whether or not they stream. There's some big streamers that I would actually consider cheating that do stream. Most people are oblivious to cheating, so there's that. Up until AI anti-cheat saves us all, this is basically the game we're playing, so yeah. But yeah, I could care less. Is that his main account? I think he has alternate accounts too, because there's one account that they're playing on that was low level, not on a high level account. Guy. Main account. That looks like his main account. As I mentioned before, he toggles on and off throughout the match. So, top 500 in Season 1. GM player. As I mentioned, P0, it's not, once again, it is not about overall accuracy, which is how the game is recorded and how stat-based banning is based on. It's about toggling through a particular period, and then you can get around stat-based banning by only basically killing one person over and over again, which is what he was doing. So if you're 100% accurate on one person because you have a targeted cheat, then you can weigh out your accuracy by being less accurate on other players in the match. If we go here and take a look at... How's he only a level 71 with 2,000 hours? Weird. Take a look at McCree and look at accuracy. He is 41% accurate. 11% crits. 49-13. 45-10. 49-10. Did it look like he missed half his shots on me? No. It looked like he, after P2 or after P1 to P2, he missed maybe 30% of his shots, and then other people he's missing shots. Sure. Why not? So once again, did it look like he was 50% accurate? He wasn't. Like I mentioned before, I could literally care about status symbols, and that was definitely going out of his way to fuck on me and trying to do it. And he knew exactly where it was, and he was overstepping constantly to try and do it. Because once again, you know what he was capable of by cheating, and he knew he could just instantly do it and then just run away. Yeah. That's not a 50% accuracy. We did not see 50% accuracy. We saw maybe 30% misses from P1 to P2, and then after P2 to P3, which is the last point, we didn't see basically any misses again. And it's so much so, he was trying to shoot me through the cart. He was literally eyeing me up through the cart, waiting for me to move side to side while our teammates basically just ran around the cart and mobbed him while trying to kill me. So yeah, I do think he cheats. Regardless. And as I mentioned before, it's not throughout the entire match. It was toggled on and off throughout different time periods. But alright guys, as I mentioned before, I'm out here for this evening, guys. Tomorrow will be more of the OW2s. And by the way, maybe that hate squad actually does know me, because I'm pretty sure Luna sounds familiar. That has nothing to do with accuracy. Me being counterable has nothing to do with how accurate someone is. I've heard that one before. You're like literally, it almost seems as though you guys are coming from the same spot here. You wouldn't happen to be from the last game I played in, would you? As I mentioned, the whole reason I sat in that game knowing full well what was going to happen in there was because I wanted to make a report, and I knew full well that I was going to get cheated against. That's the whole reason I was in that match. I literally stipulated that at the beginning of the match exactly what happened in that match. So, yeah, you can fuck off, because I knew exactly what was going to happen there, predicted it, because people are animals like yourselves. People are animals, and they do shit like that because people are actually... Yeah, they're a little bit scummy on the inside. That's what they do for fun. Especially when they know they have a huge advantage. So, yeah. Like, you can scroll back, you can watch it all over again, but that I literally said that at the beginning of the match that I wasn't going to dodge because I knew someone in the match was going to cheat. And that's exactly what happened. It was a complete pre-made too. So, yeah. So I mentioned I thought it was not particular because they know I'm a streamer, but it is pretty close. It's pretty clear here that they know I'm a streamer now, so yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go with that now. I thought it was just that they knew that I played Pharaoh, but it's oh, there you go, guys. There you go. I actually hit them in the feels, and now they're going back to the. Oh, do you need to see a psychologist, Miss Luna? Are you okay? I'm sorry your parents don't love you, Miss Luna. Are you all right? It's okay to be angry sometimes, you know. It's all right. These feelings that you have inside, just because your dad left you, doesn't mean you need to take them out on other people. Don't do that. Oh, please. Jesus Christ. Like, grade school insult shit. I've heard that, by the way, that's pretty common in Dead by Daylight. We played Dead by Daylight extensively for about 2 years prior to going back to Overwatch 2 after Overwatch 1. When you play Killer in Dead by Daylight, it's if you guys aren't familiar, Dead by Daylight is an asymmetrical horror game in which you play one player against 4 players, and you can play in pre-mades in Dead by Daylight. What you often have is a mob mentality. You'll have people that try to bully or bulldog basically the one person because that's what they do for fun. Basically, it turns into a scenario where it's really, really easy to bully the one person. So when you win, especially, or you you get things just right, they'll say exactly that. Basically, if you go to my YouTube, guys, and look through the highlights, you'll find matches with exactly that, where they just start flipping out, and it's exactly the same insults. So, like, that's... yeah, that's old as time itself. So, but now that I know you guys know that I stream, which I'm guessing you guys are all from the same location here, which was from that game, and you know who I am, that means I'll now be able to add that to my reports, and I'll have a better idea of why you guys are cheating in the first place. So, I mean, that just gives me more information at this point, but my guess was you're watching the entire thing, or watch just basically the end clip there, because you guys were giggling to yourselves on voice comms. So, that'll happen. As I mentioned before, this game needs an anonymous mode. So stuff like that won't happen. This is obviously a complete pre-made, and on top of it, one guy was cheating in the pre-made and then trying to focus me. So that'll happen, and it's another reason the game should have an anonymous mode, but it doesn't. So here we are. Blizzard encourages that type of gameplay. But alrighty, guys, I'm out here for this evening, guys. Tomorrow will be more Overwatch 2, so you guys have to look forward to or not to look forward to. All things considered, we actually had some pretty good games here tonight, too. Putting aside the last one, we didn't have, because I didn't want to play another game, we only had that last one to go off of. Which actually was not even that bad, considering we were constantly getting pushed down, constantly suppressed. Like, we had some really good games here tonight. Really, really good games. Occasionally, we'd have cheat lobbies. As another cheat lobby, focused cheat lobby. 46-13, a 60% match, 57-16. Very good. 45-17, still pretty good. 45-15, but we're breaking 50% and getting above 15% directs. 51-19. Figuring things out, guys. It's looking good. And that's, which one was this? Nipples. I don't remember what happened in that one. Oh, this was another 5-man. And by the way, we figured this out. People generally won't ever say that they're in a group with other players unless you invite them to group and they realize that you know. Mind you, because I've done that. I said, are you in a pre-made? I've never gotten a reply from it, but now we just check to see if they're in a group, and they'll go, oh, you don't have friends. That's why we're playing together. Which is Dead by Daylight, too, by the way. That was a Dead by Daylight excuses. Oh, Swifts are bad because you don't have friends, because once again, it's a 4v1, so. This is another complete pre-made that was trying to focus me. We mentioned this earlier in the evening. But that happened there, too. And even then, in a game like that, guys, where we have an entire team as a diva trying to dick on me, 2 of the DPS that were constantly just basically running on me, and then one of the healers, too. Even then, like, it actually wasn't even that bad, so. Alrighty, guys, I'm out here for this evening, guys. Go make a TikTok if you enjoyed the stream and want to start some publicity. Good for me. And I can ban you all when you show up and act like dicks. That's fine by me, too. Been streaming a long time, guys. I know... this isn't my first rodeo, so I'm out here for this evening, guys. If you're new to the stream, you enjoyed the bullshit, and you enjoyed the fun, make sure to hit the follow button in the top right-hand corner. I usually stream every day from late night to early morning, GMT-6, so 8 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time to 1 to 2 a.m. Give or take, it depends what's going on in my life, what's happening, etc., etc., guys. I'm out here for this evening, though, guys. It was fun. It was interesting, and then we had a hate squad at the end of the match. We'll have those, and as I mentioned before, we've dealt with this all the time in Dead by Daylight, so this is nothing outside the ordinary. Back in the Dead by Daylight days, you could actually get into people's games, not just stream snipe them. You could actually queue into people's games. Like, you could put them in a custom lobby, essentially a custom lobby only as an actual game, and then basically just cheat against them. So, Yeah. Yeah. More of the same, guys. But, alrighty, guys. Yeah, the E key. Oh, the McCree E key. I was actually missed it, Idawin. That's a good one. The E key. Putting aside in Dead by Daylight, the E key is dead hard, where you hit the E and you just win. In this game, now you have McCree that has the E key, who hits E and then you get hit by the aimbot grenade. So, yeah. Alrighty, guys. I'm out here for this evening, guys. Thanks for watching my stream as always, and I hope you guys have a wonderfully fantastic Thursday night and Friday morning. Have a good day, guys.